wailing over their sister.
Okay, it's
How
all good.
could I?
We're all good.
Were they wailing? Let me see.
This cat to
Well,
stop
their
being in
sister's
my
missing.
lap.
Can we
There
have
were
some
there were
mood
3
music?
pinheads. There's 2 now.
Put on carnival music.
No, please don't run carnival music.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a sad moment right
No, put on
now
carnival
and
music.
kind of
Put a bang
upsetting.
and dunk
So
on it.
No, yeah, just put. There we go. That works, I guess.
The disconcerting music.
Okay, so remind me. Me and Akari had just finished talking to the ringmaster.
Yeah,
Zalmaru
Dem's gonna
and
try
Nana poked at
and...
the wailing people.
Well, at that, Zalmaru had poked at the people around the wolf boy, who were trying to calm him down. Relatively unimportant. Yeah, Cool Name was talking to the or Eoworth was talking to the pinheads. Yeah, you had just finished. And yeah, Dem says he wants to go and try and cheer them up.
Okay.
So, go ahead, Dem.
Man,
I'm trying
you're
to think of the
failing
wording.
your goblin kind. You're supposed to be a little shit.
He likes kids? Oh.
Oh.
How
These are
dare you?
grown
How dare you
adults.
have endearing character traits? You're a goblin.
He's a high charisma goblin.
High charisma goblin. That just means that he's a little shit who can talk his way out of anything. I don't care what you say. I don't care what character building you want to do. Everyone knows that goblins are little shits.
Now, let him do his thing. What did you want to do, Dem?
I'm trying to figure out exactly a wording that would make it sound okay to even do this. I can't really think of a way
just
the
throw it out
goblin
there,
could
then.
approach it.
Just throw something out there. If it goes badly, it goes badly.
All right,
Hell, I have an
well,
idea.
uh,
Just say, wanna watch me juggle my balls?
What?
We play with my balls.
That would fly over their heads.
Wanna watch me play with my balls, kids?
And we're going to jail.
Not juggling swords.
Oh god. This is my stream,
Anyways,
guys. Please don't get me
Dem,
party banned.
Dem.
okay, yeah, I would like to walk over to the 2 pinheads that are distraught, and damn, what would he say? That's the problem.
If you're a little shit, then be a little shit.
Well, okay, let me make a suggestion. I've interacted with kids before. You could literally just walk up and say, "Hey kids, you know, hi kids, check this out," or something like that, and just start juggling. And try to distract them, basically. It's basically distracting them from their troubles.
Here, how about this? I'm gonna do prestidigitation as I go up to them. It allows me to do minor tricks, so
Yeah.
I'm going to hide one of my balls on top of their head or something like that, and say, "Hey, would you be able to help me out? There's a thing up there," and with the intent of hopefully making them laugh. And then I'd like to try juggling, which I don't know what I have to roll for juggling.
Perform,
again.
nerd.
Okay.
Sort of a sleight of hand for juggling, actually.
To juggle, it depends. You can roll either. Well, actually, no. Your perform is wind instrument, so yeah, it would be sleight of hand.
Or you could roll an
Alright.
untrained.
You could roll an untrained perform, but he has a higher sleight of hand skill. So, you can do that. You're gonna have to roll sleight of hand for that, as well as diplomacy.
There's a sleight of hand.
Well, you definitely succeed in juggling.
Juggling isn't that difficult anyway.
No.
It's easy.
Oh yeah, but tell that to me, to my arms, because I can't juggle to save my life.
So,
Jesus, he's just schmoozing it up.
the pinheads, at least for the moment, seem to forget what they were wailing about, and they both, a big fucking stupid grin goes across their faces, and they start clapping along to his juggling. And when he stops, they chant, "More! More!"
Come on, step it up.
Come on,
All
boy.
right.
Jiggle daggers.
Juggle daggers.
I've got some more things. I just can't remember exactly what's in the kid.
Go to the SRD and look.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Juggle the daggers.
Dem was magically healed, right?
None of us were yet.
No, I mean by like lay of hands or cure light wounds earlier.
The wind's the only
Okay,
one who
well then
wasn't, so-
then he would be, in stable condition to do juggling.
The only one who wasn't healed by that earlier was Dylan.
His magical healing pretty much automatically removes any crippling effects.
Because it's magic.
'Cause it's magic.
It focuses on the most important shit first.
Exactly. Whereas, like, ordinary healing doesn't always solve all the problems right away.
Especially if you're not intending to solve the right problems right away.
Yeah, you haven't identified the correct problems. Dem, where'd you go?
He's looking on the SRD for a thing.
Okay, I have handkerchiefs and cards, so I think I'm going to maybe see if I can do a card thing. That would also be sleight of hand, right?
Or, yeah, you could do a card trick.
Yeah, I'd like to pull out the deck of cards and have them, pick one, try to remember it, and I'd like to do, something like that.
So, an ordinary pick and guess the card trick. Simple stuff.
Yeah.
The funnest shit is having them sign it
Alright.
and having the card appear somewhere else.
So, one of them draws a card. It's
Is this your
the
card
two of
trick?
clubs. You know what? Let's grab a card deck. Just from immersions.
Everyone can grab a card deck.
Dylan is not going to grab the card and drop them like she drops the spaghetti.
Okay. Hey, what?
Everyone can
Don't
show
don't
behind the
touch.
Deck. Everyone can
Don't
show
touch.
behind the deck.
Hang on. I have a problem.
Cards earlier. What's my fault?
You know what the coolest shit is though? The Rogue's wallet. Have you ever seen a two-sided wallet?
I tried to draw a card and nothing happened.
It draws it to your hand, unfortunately, and it'll go under your name. Like, look, let me. There we go.
Okay, there we go. So it's a 10 of clubs. Okay.
Alright, and
You
Bird's
just
gonna
dragged
say,
it to
"All
the
right,
bottom
now
right.
don't."
You didn't actually put it back in the deck.
Shut up. This is broken.
And Bird's gonna say, "All right, now don't let me see it, and please put it back into the deck." And he looks away and lets them put it back into the deck. And I'd like to do the sleight of hand.
Roll sleight of hand.
So you're gonna palm the card when you're going to shuffle it.
Yes. The cards go flying everywhere.
This, Bill.
Good time to play a game of 52 pickup.
You, in fact... Yeah, the cards go everywhere.
And since prestidigitation is still being used, can I use that to try to hide that one specific card?
Make a reflex save to see if you pull it off.
Alright.
Make a big mess of it, but the card that's left in your hand.
Is this your card?
It's just the one card that's left. And you say, "Is this your card?"
Okay, so
Totally
plus.
meant to do it. It's legit officer, I swear.
You can just roll the macro. That works.
Yeah.
Being one of my favorite card tricks.
But yeah, so you successfully managed to do exactly that.
And I show it to him and say, "Is this your card?"
They laugh.
Alright, and, Alright, I'd like to try to do a, trick with handkerchiefs.
Alright, last one. But go ahead.
I'd like to pull out, as many handkerchiefs as possible and assume that they're kind of tied together.
Are
I'd
you
like
doing
to show
the
'em-
sleeve thing?
Hmm?
You're doing the
Hold
sleeve
on,
thing where you pull out all the handkerchiefs from it.
Yes.
With prestidigitation, so they duplicate.
Yes. So there's a bunch of handkerchiefs, all just a rainbow, and I would like to, and this is just explaining it, I'd like to try to make myself look like I disappeared, like make a big spiral of the handkerchiefs and then make them fall
Then
into a
run
ball
off,
and
okay.
then run away. Yeah.
That's a little more complicated magic than prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Well, I assume it's mostly just me
You've
doing
only
a stealth
got
check at the same
you've
time.
only got a few handkerchiefs. You've not got enough to completely obscure your body.
It's not just completely obscuring your body. Invisibility is a separate spell.
Yeah, that too.
Uh,
Like, if you're just gonna run away and then hide, but you still not got enough to obscure their vision of you.
Yeah, you could easily use prestidigitation to keep them up temporarily.
But
Maybe
you've
you
only
can make them,
they've
like,
only got like
seem
10
like they're possessed or
handkerchiefs.
something. That could be fun.
I could distract them and then hide after that.
Yeah,
Like,
certainly.
put them away from myself
But you
and
can't
then
just
make
turn
myself appear to
invisible,
disappear.
because that is
I'm
a
not saying
high-level spell.
turning
Let's
invisible, but
speed this up.
Sorry, you just... Alright, I'll just be done with that then, never mind.
Alright.
Like,
Well,
no bow.
After that.
You've got no sense.
Put them away from myself
But you
and
can't
then
just-
make- Alright, fine, yeah, he gives a bow and... Yeah.
speed this up. They clap, they seem a
Sorry, you just-
little better, but they do go back. They remember, what they were crying about earlier, and they start looking pretty sad, but they don't start wailing like before.
You helped. You helped a little bit.
Good job, Bill. You did it.
And you almost made an
Five.
ass of yourself. Almost.
Almost. Well, who's gonna pick up the
Do you
cards?
believe it? God damn it, Hatter.
Who's gonna pick up the cards?
I assume he
Like,
would
he's
have.
gonna pick up the cards.
Who's gonna pick up all the spaghetti?
He could easily just use Mage Hand to pick them all up.
I think no one's
I assumed he used prestidigitation to make them
No.
float back towards his hands and then just kind of gather them.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Well, that would be Mage Hand. Prestidigitation makes a false image that is easily seen through,
Yeah,
unless you're suspending your disbelief.
yeah. Like if you're having if it's a magic show, you're not. Most people are not going to attempt to see through the trick.
Unless they're assholes.
By the way,
And there
I
are
never-
assholes all the time who do that, and then explain the trick, and then everyone's like, "Come on, guy."
What did you say, Adam?
I just noticed this, and I don't know why it took me so long to notice, but who got my name changed from Eclectic Boogazoo to Epileptic Didgeridoo?
I thought you did that one.
That's good. That's
I
good.
don't know how I haven't noticed
You're
it for
now a
this long.
woodwind.
You're a wind instrument now.
Okay. Moving on. Who? Okay. So Calipesi, the ringmaster, looks over his shoulder at the pinheads and he's like, "Well, at least they finally stopped crying." But there's still nothing to be done about the wolf boy.
Yeah. Shit. Where did we leave off? With the
We
ringmaster.
We just finished.
He had
off with
asked
the
you guys. He had told you guys that you can that Elise, one of the pinheads, was missing. And the pinheads had mentioned to Cool Name that they had seen some tracks near their wagon.
Yeah, I was.
The wolf boy is inconsolable. Oh, and you guys were told that you would be given lodging and healing for the day, for the night, if you would set out in the
and
morning.
an item.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, and a magical dagger.
Well, that's after we're done.
That's after you're done.
In any case, Matthias is going to ask Ringmaster both where the healer might be and where they would be staying, specifically.
She has one of the wagons around the central circle. And he points off in one direction.
And where will we be sleeping for the night?
Well, we have the wagon for the horses. They're currently, or not for the horses, for that we keep some of the animals in, but they're not currently using those wagons, so you could sleep in there.
It's better than outside, I suppose. Alright, well, Matthias gonna thank the man and just get the fuck to the healer already, because goddamn, this hurts.
So you guys walk up to a rather bright red wagon.
Again, you're a bit too close. It's like breathing and clipping. It's really
Yeah.
bad.
You
Oh,
might want to move your mic a little bit away from your lips.
hang on. Let me check my settings.
Come on. Go on, tell the drivers work. What?
I'm gonna grab a soda. Give me a second.
I want to draw skeletons.
Even the tablet is saying it's time to stop.
The bones are too alluring for Akari. She must indulge in the bones.
I need to draw skeletons. I gotta do it.
How's this? Is this
Man,
better?
Forgot to call the guys that I got the number for to set up the online account so that I could check the balance of that fucking card.
Oh,
So I don't know if I have money on it today. Because if I did, I was gonna go grab something to eat really quick. By really quick, I mean I was gonna run, order a pizza and run back.
oh, you haven't eaten?
No, I was.
Neither have I. I'm gonna order a pizza online.
Yeah, like I didn't eat all day because
I'll just order a pizza from Domino's.
I ate leftovers. I ate leftover.
I had a deep fried hamburger for lunch, so eating pizza for me is. It really does.
Wait, you
But
telling me that you don't just eat spaghetti off the same plate and accidentally kiss when you get the same noodle all the time.
No, it wasn't spaghetti. It was macaroni. Like,
Heck.
macaroni elbows. So unfortunately, unless I had cheese, I did have melted cheese on it though, which was really good.
where are the specials?
We're literally turning into pizza simulator again.
Where's my Oh, there's the coupons.
Bear in mind, this is live. We are live here.
I'm aware.
Knees, weak arm, spaghetti.
You're just ordering pizza?
He's ordering
Yeah.
pizza. I might get some food actually.
Mom, spaghetti. Mom, spaghetti.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
spaghetti.
I'm gonna make a sandwich.
I'm gonna make me a PB&J. I'll
Okay,
be
they've
back.
just become food now. Would you like to hear a little song?
Alright. So what do I order? I could order a large pizza for $14, or I could order a medium
man.
with cheesy bread.
I just realized that I don't have my deodorant with me. This is gonna fucking suck.
Oh, all I have is cologne.
Yeah, I've been showering lots, but like, I have my own
Once you have
deodorant.
some money, you go to Dollarama.
Nerd, I have my deodorant up in fucking Richmond Hill.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna order the one with the cheesy bread.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I gotta go in on Wednesday. It's a mandatory thing. Your cat
I could
hair is
get-
everywhere.
A pan. I know. I could get a pan bread. Deep dish.
Pan pizza is great. The Domino's pan pizza is good. At least it is where
Pan pizza may be subject to additional charge. I don't care.
Pan pizza's so good, though.
No, I don't want to cheese it up. How do you feel about mushrooms?
I'm okay with mushrooms.
Because I kind of want to get pepperoni sausage and shrooms.
No man, I'm cool with mushrooms.
Okay.
Like, it's not like it's a dominant flavor, so
hmm And then we get the cheesy bread with marinara.
Yes, hallucinogenic with marinara. If I cannot get high while I am eating my pizza, that would be tragic.
I like that you can set order timing.
yeah, so you can order a pizza in advance.
What's on the Steam store page today? Probably nothing.
Dang, I left my soda back in the kitchen.
Chivalry's getting a free weekend. My computer is having a stroke.
Okay, so it costs an extra $1 for the pan bread, but that's okay.
What the fuck?
I'm just gonna pay the cash.
No, dude, paying sexual favors.
Well, my credit card's expired.
And that only works in porn.
Please, it works everywhere.
You
Oh,
wanted some
interesting.
you want some extra sausage with your pizza?
So if you don't have improved unarmed strike, you also provoke an attack of opportunity if you attack unarmed.
Yeah, that's why you never punch with your offhand. Man, I can't tell them to write something on the box.
Yeah.
I wanted to make them write "Way to go, buddy."
Way to go, buddy.
Way to go, buddy.
Way to go, Betty. Congratulations.
I'll give him a 20 and then like 50 because it's 1914 total. I'll give him a 20 and like 50 cents, and that gives him a bit of a tip.
Oh, interesting.
You're really ordering food on stream.
Yeah,
You can cast Featherfall as an immediate action.
I did just order food on Steam.
Stream.
Stream.
ZZA.
Where the fuck is Kieran?
He is currently.
He is
his
dead?
city. What
He is
Japanese
currently
girl?
dead.
And he's currently dead, and therefore it is his own damn fault that he's missing out. Because I'm making this decision now. I didn't voice it before, but it was already made ages ago, actually. If you don't show up, from now on, if you don't show up without letting us know in advance that you're going to be late or can't show up, then we're just starting without you. And for all intents and purposes, you are brain dead. You are just kind of standing there.
So he just kind of stands there and just does nothing.
Unless the entire party dies, he doesn't get attacked at all.
And if they all die?
Well, if the entire
Make sure
party
he
dies, then
in
it's
a more
game over.
gruesome way. And then you
If
tell him
if
about
the
it.
entire
Be like,
party dies,
"You
it's
died,
game
what
over,
you doing,
and
man?"
I find a way to pick up the campaign, or we start a new campaign, with the same level characters.
Unless you really want to start at level 1 again.
Unless you really want to start level 1, yeah. But that's a really bad idea. Especially if you hit like level 10.
Calvin put Legend of Dungeon half off. That's cool.
Okay, so order is placed. It says they are in prep now.
I'm back.
By prep, they mean they haven't even heard that you want a pizza yet.
It says Raza began custom making your order at 8:13.
I have a pepperoni and cheese sandwich, so almost a pizza.
But yeah,
These are
I was
weak.
too nervous to use that onion sauce that you have in the fridge because I don't know how old it is, and there was no
What onion
best
sauce?
before date.
Oh, the tomato sauce?
Tomato onions.
Yeah, I don't know when I bought it.
So I just put lots of cheese, melted cheese on it, and it was good.
That's fine. That'll sit like a rock in your stomach, but
No, it was good because it's got the pasta noodles in it, which gives it grains and fiber.
yeah, and the cheese gives you a bit of protein.
Yeah.
Mostly fat.
It
Mostly
is a
fat.
student meal. It is a broke student meal,
Like,
and you are broker than broke.
Not for long,
Eating
hopefully.
Poor people's food, man.
There's nothing wrong with that
Meal
sort of
is 50-cent ramen.
You know what I used to do when I was just really, really out of money and I barely had any effort to do anything?
What?
Slow cooker, rice, cheese.
Oh yeah, slow cookers are great. You can afford them.
I have a soap.
I could, I just like
Yeah, I
eked
saw
out
that.
the last night electricity one time when my slow cooker just making rice and cheese.
Okay, so everyone's back.
Pay for your electricity based upon use. not-
Spocklin, are you alive?
I had a
even?
meter.
Yeah.
I had a meter,
Okay.
unfortunately, but I stomach was shit.
Spockman's been here the entire time, masturbating.
You pay for it in advance rather than after the fact.
It was a meter. I had to prepay on the card, put the card in the machine, and it would give me that much electricity. I was paying £10 every
But
3
you need to
days.
add me.
Smooth.
Add me on
Anyways.
Skype.
Oh, did I show you guys? You're not in the Skype?
No, I'm saying he needs to add me on Skype. I added him like months and months and months ago.
Oh,
It just says
he's not online.
he has not added me.
He's still not online. I got a pocket watch from my dad. And a shot glass.
Good stream out of 10. Professional streams. Let's see if anyone's watching.
Anyways, yeah, we're talking about shit.
No one is
but,
watching. But Hatter.
Oh, interesting. The thing that they gave me is technically a MasterCard, so I can buy video games. That's exactly what you want to do.
I will fucking smack you up the head if you spend it on anything other than provisions.
Well, the thing is, it's only enough money for provisions.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying I'll fucking smack you up the head.
Spend welfare money on video games.
Welfare money on video games, and then you get kicked to the curb.
Fox News
Because that will
intensifies.
happen.
You're
That
solid.
is
It's
literally what Chris Chan does.
Fox News intensifies.
Frank, do you really want to be compared to Christian Weston Chandler? Because that's what's going to happen.
I know people who have gotten welfare money and then spent it all on booze.
Yeah, people do that. I might buy
Too many
some
people do
booze
that.
though. Honestly.
Just drink my rum. Don't buy booze. I'm probably not gonna finish that
Spicy
rum. It's black spiced.
Oh, I might actually drink it then.
They call me Cuban Pete.
I'm not drinking again.
I'm the king of that Rambabi.
It was fucking terrible when I
Don't drink it now. We're playing a game.
I'm not drinking. I'm just saying.
No.
When I shit
London,
my
it just
mouth,
hit me.
as I go chicky boom,
Get
chicky
smashed.
boom.
Good thing
Get
you mentioned that
smashed
because I was
like
about to go
Pathfinder.
get Smamoretto.
Are we gonna continue now?
Frank,
Yeah, what
I'm
up?
never gonna
don't drink it now. We're playing a game.
Why would I drink it now? Actually, it is Friday night. Saturday night.
Regardless. Okay, so you guys approached the healer's wagon, and yeah, again, you're just standing in front of the wagon now. Do what you do. You guys got roleplay.
So we're at the healer people, yeah?
Dilwyn's just gonna look very nervously between the clouds, between the group, between the clouds, between the group, and sort of hold her hands in front of
Clowns.
her very, very clearly, not comfortable with this entire situation, gritting her teeth
Nerd-
slightly because she's still in.
Just to say, you do not have line of sight to the clowns right now.
Okay, well she's gonna look where she thinks the clowns are.
Alright, I'm going to,
My pocket watch is
whisper in his ear that I think I know where the third girl is, and to meet me by the pinheads.
Oh,
To who?
Matthias?
Yeah, Matthias. Alright, well, Matthias gives a bit of a nod and turns his attention to the healer's wagon, which we are in front of, yes? Alright, is it like a wagon with an open window, or is it just a straight up wagon with a door?
it's a wagon with a door, and there's a window, but it's firmly closed.
Alright, well,
Good for
Matthias
them.
knocks on the window.
Down the door.
Kick down the door.
She opens the door and is like, "Hello."
Alright, well, Matthias peeks back behind and says, the rigging master told us that you're a healer, correct?
I do some of that, yes.
Well, Matthias then says, we've been, what's a good word?
You had a bit of a mishap.
No, that's not what I was going to say. Shit, what's
The
a good
teleportation mishap.
No, it's, I'm trying to think hired, but more like favor. I wish I could get thesaurus.
Enlisted.
Enlisted, that's a good one. The ringmaster has enlisted our help with the situation with the pinheads, but we had a bit of a mishap with teleportation on the way here. In exchange, he's said that we could have lodgings for the night and that you would patch us up.
The things my husband makes me do. Alright, come on in.
Alright, well, without delay, Matthias makes his way inside.
Dilwyn follows suit.
I follow behind him.
So she sits you all down at one end of the wagon, and she roots through a cupboard at the other end, and she pulls out a long stick and walks to you guys. and she points the stick at Frank, or at Matthias, and Matthias feels. She says a few words, and Matthias feels all of his wounds just vanish, except his pinky still isn't there.
Ah, rip. Well, Matthias is going to look dejectedly at his missing pinky.
It is the bloody nub that was there is completely smoothed over.
Still dejected. This is a good pinky. It was his favorite pinky out of the two.
It's perfect. It's
And she does the same to everyone else, but any particular limbs or important parts that are missing are still missing. The goblin, however, he feels most of the flesh he had lost returned. Or blood. Blood seems to have returned to his body. And the Tengu feels that the missing bits of flesh, he pats himself down, it's all back there.
Alright, well, Matthias is going to stand and test his body parts, give a few jumps and stretches, make sure everything works.
For the record, you guys still have bloodstains on your clothes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dilwyn's was all internal, so...
Oh yeah. But you were also healing others.
In any case,
There was
test
going
this out
to-
to make sure that everything works properly.
No one's going to turn to the healer and say, thank you very much for this. Do you happen to have anywhere I could wash my hands? And she raises them and there's still the dried blood on them.
Well, there is a stream not far from here. It's just, in fact, we're parked right by it. It's like it's like a mile away.
It's hardly right by it, is
She
it?
would they would have brought buckets of water, I assume, from the stream, like tanks of water. So she's like, we have a few barrels of water sitting around in the weigh-in circle. You could, take a bucket of water out of that and wash your hands in it.
Thank you very much. Don't just still feel slightly uneasy about everything. Because she's still missing internal organs. We don't know what it is.
Well, she isn't dead yet, or poisoned, or sickened, so it's probably something useless, like a kidney.
Just you left. No, your liver is gone.
It was
Most
the
of your
appendix.
liver is gone,
It was
but
just the
it'll regrow,
appendix.
don't worry. Yeah, the appendix, some of the liver, kidney, nothing that can't heal.
If it was your appendix, that's like no problem at all. That's not a bad thing at all.
Unless you eat
Or your gallbladder.
It'd be a good thing in the long
question
run.
is, Hacchi, do you know what it is?
Yeah,
Oh god.
Yeah.
I decided.
Oh lord.
I want to ask about the dog, because the entire time technically Frank would have been holding the dog during that entire exchange.
Nah, I wasn't
And-
holding the dog.
Then who was holding the dog? Because
You were
the
The dog has been patched up.
Yeah, we already patched
Okay.
up your dog, and you were walking along with him.
well, we just never mentioned that because we were hearing him up
Fucking
until we got
dog.
the camp.
We mentioned it
Well,
3
actually,
times
we
last
mentioned
time.
it before you left here.
We mentioned it 3 times last time, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay, so you guys have gotten healed. Now, what do you do?
Go and wash stuff down in a very generic fashion.
All right, you guys are clean but a little damp.
Get towels.
Dilwyn just needed to wash her hands. How was she damp? Did someone push her in something?
Frank's covered in. Matthias is covered in bloodstains.
Yeah, so I had to wash.
As was Loresius and the Tengu.
But in my head, it was
I'm just
because
the
they
tank
had throwing buckets of bloody water at each other. It was great.
I have a
Hey,
question for Hatter.
Hatter, be glad you're not a dwarf.
I have a
During
question
all
for
this,
Hatter.
Burb is gonna wash Bumbiter.
The question is, do
Okay.
you jump in the water and start squawking like it's a bird bath?
Sure, why not?
Squawk.
The pinheads point and laugh at you.
I glare back.
Okay. Let's. Okay, they've finished the pizza. It's on quality check now.
Yes, son. And by quality check, they mean, did we make this wrong so that we can eat it?
Yeah. It'll be out for delivery shortly.
A friend of mine used to work at a pizza place, and late at night she'd quote-unquote mess up pizzas so that she could have them. She used to be friends with some guys down at the police station, and she'd just bring in pizza and pop and shit all the time to them. She got out of a few parking tickets that way.
But anyways, okay. So, at the moment, Eoworth is off doing something. What is he doing?
He's investigating the place where the tracks lead.
Alright, so you approach the Pinhead's wagon area, I assume. And, so you see, it looks like an ordinary wagon. It's rather sloppily painted. You suspect they painted it themselves. It's very brightly colored, enough to shame a gypsy. And you see,
shame.
Wait, what?
You see, okay, make a survival check.
Alright.
I completely missed everything that just happened. My headset died.
Holy shit! Yeah, you see the tracks. They're fairly fresh in the rather moist, marshy ground.
Fresh.
You could probably tell what kind of stride they had too with that fucking kind of check.
Yeah, fairly ordinary stride. She looked like she was just walking.
What kind of shoes? Were they Nikes?
Yeah, she's wearing Nike.
Sweet kicks.
Do you follow the tracks?
Well, I told Matthias to meet me over by the Pinhead, so I won't go until they're behind me.
Alright.
Alright, well, I mean, there's not much else to do, and I mean, they're fine. What time of day is it?
It's about 2 p.m.
2 p.m.?
Midnight.
We've got plenty of time to investigate for now. Like, just a cursory investigation, nothing too serious, so,
Or wait, no, you guys had walked for a while, so it's actually fairly late into the evening.
Midnight.
So the sun is starting to go down.
well, that's not a good time to investigate, and I mean, it's not like the tracks are gonna go away. So,
At the same time, it's a kid. How long have they been missing again?
Few hours?
it had to be longer than that, otherwise they wouldn't have been bitching and moaning. How long was it? Did they
It was-
say, Hacchi?
She had gone missing that morning.
That morning? Okay,
Yeah,
we
so
can
about 12 hours.
We can wait. Alright, well,
Can we though?
in which case, since everyone else doesn't know what the elf said to Matthias is gonna give them give the assorted party that cleaned themselves a bit of a wave and say that he'll meet them at the wagons. He needs to go take something, and heads off towards the Pinhead's wagon.
Dylan's gonna give him a bit of a nod look, or let him walk off. Alright. And then basically just sit quietly and try not to look at the clowns.
Clunes.
Can Burb make friends with the clowns?
He can try.
You can go say hi. Yeah, you can go and converse with the clowns. They're NPCs.
Let's see.
It's like asking, hey, can I breathe air? You just go talk to them and try to make friends with them.
Alright, now, just get this image in your head.
Remember, Joseph has 3 legs and both of the others have 3 arms.
Yeah, so they're
I
mutants.
remember that, actually. But yeah, Burb, I want him to side saddle ride his dog up to them, and just remember, everyone, the dog is wearing the same outfit that Burb is wearing, and it's a green and purple striped.
Oh, it's like gonna be stealth since he's
entertainer's
trying to
outfit.
hide.
He's not trying to hide, side saddling on his dog and going up to them looking all
Oh,
fancy.
okay.
He's trying to be silly.
Stealth.
Okay. Well, as you approach, Garrick, one of the ones with 3 arms, squints his eyes and looks at you, and he's like, "Ah, it's a little green funny man."
Was that an attempt at a British accent?
No.
Good, because if it was,
That
I'd be
was just-
offended.
That was just me doing nondescript. That was nondescript accent number 3.
There are 2 others that he is saving.
Verb approaches and gives him a smile here and that, and gives him a wave and a nod and says hello. And says, "How you doing?"
No showmanship on him. No showmanship.
What were they doing?
Sorry, Frank,
Playing
I'm
with
not
their
really
balls.
feeling that great today.
This the like. Garrick scratches his head and looks at what the fuck was his name? Joseph, and that's the one with 3 legs, by the way. And then looks back at you and he's like, not so good.
Yeah, why?
Well, haven't you heard? The pinhead's missing.
Well, we do plan on investigating. Hasn't that comforted people a little bit?
We'll be comforted when we know what happened to her.
You're so
Verb
good with
frowns.
people, Bill.
You're a goblin. Don't expect anyone to be nice to you. Like, you're legitimately under... Considering that they're mutants, let's put that in perspective. They're mutants, and they still think you're a little... They still don't like you because you're a goblin.
Racism.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Because, let's face it...
but
most
let's
goblins are little fucking pieces of shit.
so are Tengus. Anyways, Dem, your follow up.
I had something for a second there. It was actually something worthwhile.
Right. Well, just to keep that from happening, let's not try not to interrupt anymore.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So, what exactly do you know of the pinheads anyway?
Well, we know they're idiots, but it's not their fault. They like to wander around, so it's really not that surprising that one of them has gone missing. Oh, be right back.
It's pizza time.
Now, I'm
Pizza
gonna let you
pie.
finish, but this is the best goddamn pizza of all time.
Also, I did a doodle.
Frank, can you yell at Hacchi that he's a nerd?
But he is a nerd.
No, yell it at him.
Not while he's getting the pizza.
Well, what about after he gets the pizza?
Why don't you yell at him once he gets the pizza?
He walks
Well,
back
I'm
in
not
with
there.
pizza. Frog just yells at him. He just goes, "No, that's it."
Nerd! And then he just, like, throws the pizza in my face.
Throws the pizza on the roof.
No, in my face, like, the hot pizza.
Hot
Oh my
pizza
God, it
all over my
burns!
body. Oh,
Literally
oh.
scalding my skin off of my face.
The cheese bubbling as it burns into my
Oh,
eyes.
Frank, I just realized something. We're not allowed to stay until we found the pinhead.
What?
The ringmaster said they'll have a room if we find the pinhead.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we have to find the pinhead before they stay.
No, it's if we set out in the morning, is what he had
Yeah,
said.
if we,
Are you
yeah.
sure?
What Frank
Yeah.
said is right.
Yeah, we convinced
There
him.
were negotiations.
The doodle is live on the Tim Tams. Let me just link it to you guys.
Thimble, some tapple, some bap, bath. Please, though.
It's Quark.
That's great.
Fucking bad. Bad out of 10. You gotta preen. You gotta preen those buttons, you know? You gotta make sure you know, spin around. Birds are very, very fussy about their cleanliness. I'm just saying. I know these things. I have my ways of knowing these things. Yoshi the Australian. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're still there.
Well, it's sad that we didn't go really far north, because if we ended up in like frozen wastes or anything, I was just gonna play Soviet music the entire time.
But yeah, we have someone. We have someone in the chat.
Oh,
Hello.
You have
person in the
somebody in the
chat.
chat. I noticed a while ago, but I was just waiting to see until you noticed.
I suck at noticing things. I'm sorry. I'm trying to log into.
I'm sorry, Yoshi. Do you feel dejected? You should.
I'm sorry. I'm a terrible host. Please come in. Make us at home. Have a topic. We have a variety of
Do you
topics.
mind if I get the link?
It's the normal link, son. Same as always.
Hello, my name is Cowboy Tanaka.
Welcome to this hive of illuminati.
There it is.
Alright, nerds. What did I miss?
Oh, you missed Akari being a terrible person.
Yeah, I actually didn't notice that.
What
we
did
had
she
someone
do?
in chat.
Akari is just actually the worst. That's all
Ignored
you
someone
need
who
to
was
know.
in chat.
Also, Hacchi.
Legitimately the worst.
Hacchi, look at the link I posted in this chat. That's what happens in the chat. That's what we did.
At
It's beautiful.
link. Oh, Akari, it sounds like you have an echo on the stream. I have the stream open right now.
Yeah, I heard
That's
the echo as well.
odd. I don't know why there'd be an echo. I don't have another window open with the stream on.
Might be you, cool man, because you're listening to us and then the stream.
Actually, I heard that as well. It was on the actual stream itself.
Yeah, plus I have the audio.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
But yeah, Hacchi, are you there?
I don't have the window open for the thing, so I'm very confused about why there would be echoing. I'm not sure about this. The only thing I can think is that my voice is echoing a little bit because of the way I have to do the mic at the moment. Next week won't be an issue. Is it just my voice? Or
Fine on the mumble.
is it just my voice on the stream, or is it everyone?
Yeah, it's just your.
Okay,
Just
then,
your voice, only on the stream.
I'll disable my microphone then.
I think it's just
and
shite.
that should be okay with just my microphone. I'll turn off the microphone on the actual stream thing itself then. There we go.
Might not work.
Akari's
knows?
Actually, I don't
Okay.
think it would put your voice through the mumble, only ours.
That's odd.
The eerie music isn't playing. That's weird.
I hear it.
It is for me.
Streaming, they'd hear you, but not the other way around.
Yeah, it's just me. Just my side. Oh, it's not that. It's really quiet compared to everything else.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Regardless. What was happening? What are you guys doing at this point?
I was talking to the clowns.
Clowns, the Russian clowns.
Okay.
I was asking them what they knew about the pinhead, and they said they like to wander off, and then
Right, I got cut off.
sentence.
They like to wander off, but nothing like this has ever happened before.
Is there anything in particular that might have lured them away if someone was doing this intentionally?
Shiny things, candy, really anything.
How about anything that you've noticed coming near
They're
the camp
literally
that's dangerous?
listen. When we say pinheads,
I know.
they're literally.
Remember
let me
that
get a
character
picture.
Star from SpongeBob? That.
It's literally
sit there.
Patrick Star.
What do you call him? Pinhead?
Anyways. Sorry, what, them?
Here's
Them?
a picture.
What?
There's a picture of a pinhead. I know what they.
Oh, I'm not saying what they look like.
Son.
Daily Mail, really?
Sorry, just saying.
Ew.
Ugh.
It's from a TV show. That's
But
that's
now
the
you've given them
representation of what a
site.
pinhead
Now
is.
you've given them site traffic.
Don't do it.
Actually, I've added that a GG blocker, so
Even so,
Actually, I only used Google Image, so you
they
guys,
still
by
get the
clicking
hit.
it, would have done it.
They still get the hit.
Which
Oh.
counts for their advertisers.
Well, that sucks. Okay, well, yeah. Basically... Shit. I can't remember now. There was something, has there been anything dangerous nearby that you've noticed that might have taken the pinhead?
But yeah,
weren't
focus.
me and Coolman gonna do a thing? Like, I was just when the pizza arrived, I was saying that Matthias was doing a thing.
Yeah, we'll speed this up quickly. It's Ustalav. What do you think?
Alright, thank you for answering my questions. And yeah, he wanders back over to where the rest of the party is.
Alright, well, in any case, since that's done, Matthias makes his way over to the half-elf and gives him a bit of a motion back towards camp, saying, it's a bit late to set out, we should wait until morning.
She won't last long out there. These prints are from the morning.
Matthias gives a bit of the rub on the back of his head and bites his lip for a bit. But he has to agree, he says, and taps his foot before nodding and saying, "I'll have to speak to everyone else about it, but we could at least do some scouting if need be."
Gather the rest. I'll be here.
All right. Well, Matthias makes his way back to everybody else, saying, "The elf found out about some tracks. We're thinking of heading out and scouting to see what we can find. Is everyone else okay with that?"
Dylan nods and stands up and goes, "It's best not to let anyone wander around these sorts of parts alone, especially not someone with that disposition. Let's find her quick."
Wow, look at her oppressing the poor pinheads.
Impressing, she's being honest.
Yeah, and I'm picking at you because I'm a dick.
Matthias turns to Dylan and goes, "Wow, I'm so triggered right now."
Wow, I'm so triggered right now. Check your cleric privilege.
Test. It should all be alright.
Check your able-minded privilege. Anyway, does anyone else say anything about it?
I'm just gonna. Laris
About the
is just gonna
tracks?
nod.
I'm sorry, what was that?
About the tracks?
Yeah, Matthias said that he wanted everyone to follow the tracks for a bit, at least do some scouting to see if maybe they just wandered off or something like that.
Yeah, in response to that, Zinche says, "The sooner we get away from this freak farm, the better."
Whoa, rude!
Wow.
Yeah, Matthias gives him a bit of a look and says, "Wow. Really?"
I don't want to end up in a cage.
Dylan nods and goes, "Fair."
Burb sighs and just kind of goes with the group. He realizes that his voice doesn't matter, so he just nods and hops back up onto his dog.
But you don't need to go if you don't want to. That's why he asked.
Well,
He's
I
not
mean,
gonna force anyone to go.
He's
a
gonna
fucking
go
paladin.
if the group's going. He doesn't want to go against the group, and he'd prefer to be involved.
Alright. That's fair enough.
And Zalmaru follows along, a blank look in his eye.
Can I do a perception check again?
Please.
I'm gonna roll perception.
God damn it. Every time.
They appear to be brain dead.
They have a vacant and brain dead. They have a vacant and brain dead stare.
Oh god. I tried to open a thing and it jammed for a second. Okay, perception. There it is.
His soul appears to have left his body.
Oh.
Dylan gives a concerned look, Elbows, Matthew says, we might want to keep an eye on Zaromaro whilst we do this. Something's a little odd.
Alright, well I'm gonna roll perception and fail, so it can be like, what are you talking about?
Do we all roll perception to see how brain dead he is?
Well, only if it's brought to your attention. So, what is my do I notice that he's brain dead?
No.
Alright, well, Matthias looks towards Elmaru and then looks back to Dilwyn and says, what are you talking about? He's always like this.
Dilwyn's just gonna shake her head, sigh, and slowly facepalm. Go, never mind, just let's get this done.
Alright, well,
Top kick.
Matthias gives a bit of a strange and confused look before shrugging and heading off back towards the elf.
Okay.
Half elf, rather.
So you've all gathered around?
Yeah, on the tracks.
Alright, so he's already found the tracks, so he can easily follow them.
Yeah, let's give the elf the initiative in this case. What does
What do elf?
respond? What do elf?
I told the rest of the party to stick close, and then I start following the tracks.
So the tracks run for about a half mile as they head down into a boggy river valley, and then into a densely vegetated, midge-infested marsh. Is a shallow bog with reeds about 8 feet high. And Elise's tracks suddenly vanish under the water. Like they go into water and you can't really see them anymore.
Well, clearly the intelligent thing to do is to
Let the elf have the initiative, like we just said.
Alright, can I look for any clearings in the water that they might have gone?
Well, you can attempt to search for the tracks in the water.
Alright, so what's the roll for that?
Survival.
Just again?
Yep. You can't find the tracks.
How about I give it a shot?
Sure.
Survival?
Uh-huh.
tracking is always survival, unless it's to notice. Unless it's
We're gonna say you're aiding him, and that's enough to aid him. You together, you put your heads together, and you manage to find the tracks.
Nice.
We follow the tracks.
Alright, so they continue for about another 100 yards or so to a cramped clearing filled with dismal-looking gray flowers.
Oh no. I'm not gonna go near those things. I don't have any...
And roll initiative.
Oh. I was hoping someone would roll knowledge nature, but... Time to roll initiative.
We got healed to full, right?
Yep.
Yep. You're all full. Or wait, don't roll initiative yet. No. Not just that. So suddenly, a creature materializes out of nowhere, cries out what sounds like a girl's scream, moves away, and then vanishes. It repeats this 4 times.
What? Just over and over?
Yep.
Is there a knowledge that I can roll for this?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask
So
that
now,
too.
well, first roll perception.
Okay.
Do we all roll perception?
You managed to notice it as it did its thing. You did not.
Still just like
You went
went temporarily
2 crit ones in a row. Okay, so anybody with knowledge, hang on, give me a second.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that Dilwyn
Where
sort
is
of
it?
clenches in minor pain.
What?
Shit, where's the goddamn perception?
Skills.
Do you mean the light suddenly just became painful to your eyes, Akari?
No, I'm just gonna
Oh
go ahead,
yeah!
I'm just gonna go ahead and have it so that
Get
Dylan's
wrecked.
internal loss of something inside.
Okay, so
affected
give
her
me
for a
knowledge
second.
arcana.
Oh, sorry.
Anybody with knowledge arcana?
Nope.
Let me get that.
Yep.
Retsius can do it.
Well, Loresius is very easily able to recognize that as a phase spider. And you can know 3 things, so what kind of things do you want to know?
I don't know.
Son, you should know. You're the one who's doing this.
You can ask for abilities, weaknesses, special characteristics.
Like, the lore behind it.
It doesn't appear to have any specific weaknesses or damage resistances, as far as you know.
Abilities.
It has the ability to ambush creatures from the ethereal plane. It can jump in and out of ethereal and material plane as a free action. And it can poison you.
Okay, and what else can I learn?
Its ecology, you know, where they come from, things like that.
Ecology, I'm gonna learn its ecology.
They're usually found in warm hills and marshy areas. They're usually found in alone, in a pair, or in a small cluster. And they are from the ethereal plane, but they hunt on the material plane.
Okay, can I say this to the group?
Go ahead.
Hacchi?
Alright.
I'm gonna say these are phase spiders. They jump from the ethereal plane to our plane to hunt.
I say, as long as they bleed, we can handle it.
Dylan's gonna go, what spiders? I didn't... Oh, I missed something. Didn't I? He's too busy focusing on Zoe Mao's odd state right now.
What, you didn't see the goddamn spider just popping into existence?
Dylan sweats nervously and drops the spaghetti.
Sweats nervously towards the audience.
Just slowly
You
turns.
currently do not know where it is.
Yeah, 'cause
It is clearly on the ethereal plane.
Well, shit.
I have planes
Unless
knowledge.
somebody... That's not going to help you. You would need to be able to perceive the ethereal plane.
Yeah.
Hatching.
Yeah?
The tracks lead straight through there, eh?
They stop in the middle.
They stop at the spider, where the spider is, eh?
You don't know where the spider is.
Well, where it was appearing and disappearing.
No, it was appearing and disappearing all throughout the clearing.
All throughout the clearing, okay.
So wait, it made a scream, right?
Yep, it screamed like a little girl.
And I'm gonna... It's like...
Spoopy.
That scream...
Yes, we know about the scream.
Haven't you heard about the bird?
Well, I mean... I'm guessing I can, like... Do I need a roll to, like, link it together to, you know, put what I think...
No.
Well,
No.
you don't know what... We don't know what the other pinhead sounds like. It could be a generic little girl scream that it uses to lure people. We don't know.
It sounds like something that is screaming.
It appears to
Wondering-
sound like it is screaming.
Ioworth's health isn't shown again.
Oh. Damn it.
Why is Dylan's health low?
Yeah, why is your health so low?
Tried to
I
commit
don't know.
Sudoku. She didn't refill her health when
Your
she got
health
healed.
is low.
Loresius
Do you have any
also
potions?
doesn't have his health showing.
Yeah, or my magic.
What the hell?
Do you have any potions or
I think
food?
that- Oh god, no, we're not fabling. We're not doing that shit.
Wait, that's not your HP.
Turn that off by turning off help. By turning off hints. It's
Why
the
would you
most
turn that
beautiful
off,
thing.
though?
It's the most beautiful thing.
But yeah, so you guys are in the clearing,
Well,
and
Can we have some spoopy things? I wish I could get my tablet to work on my second screen right now. I draw skeletons around.
yeah.
okay, so it's a phase spider, and we know all of it can hurt us really badly, and it's poisonous.
Oh. Oh no.
Question: did Loresius know about how fast they move when he asked those questions?
No.
No.
No. Damn it. Fuck.
Are we able to see them on the map at all?
He asked for special abilities, weaknesses, and ecology. If you want to know offensive stats, defensive stats, etc., you have to act so specific.
God damn it. Alright, well...
For the record, speed is under offensive stats.
Tracks lead through the clearing, though, correct?
Yes.
Fuck. Well, I guess we could try go around.
Run away!
You would lose the tracks if you went around.
Oh, so we'll lose the tracks.
Because you know they stop in the middle.
Oh, fuck.
Let's go on.
Well...
We haven't really got a choice, we've got to head on.
No, the tracks stop in about the middle of the clearing.
Then we got to
You guys are
investigate the
not
area.
currently standing in the middle. You've only just entered the clearing.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, well, shit. Well, we don't have any
This music, though.
what happened to the pinhead yet, so suppose we have no choice but to forward onwards.
Alright, so you guys continue on.
Cautiously.
Move yourselves slowly.
I'm gonna draw my weapon and move slowly.
I also draw my weapon.
I'm gonna draw my magic.
Alright, I'm just gonna throw you guys forward a bit and roll initiative.
I was about to say Dylan draws a dagger, can that count as an action before that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like to assume that everyone drew their weapon once we figured out that there was a fucking phase spider.
Well, Dylan was a little slow there. It's like,
Hey, well, what's this about a spider?
I was too busy being.
Where is it?
I was too busy being worried about the lack of soul in one of our compatriots.
Oh, it's a large creature.
Is it? Where's initiative again?
It's under core.
Under core, it's beneath your health and wounds.
Oh, that's a spooky
Don't
spider.
let the spider
Oh,
bite
yes,
you.
finally a good initiative.
I didn't have my token selected, so you're gonna have to put my
That's not
initiative in
initiative.
manually.
That's intelligence.
Yeah, if you select... Yeah, that's your int
shit.
check.
What the hell?
Don't let your spider
And,
bite you.
In it.
Give me a second.
Yeah, Frank, you didn't...
Yeah, you're gonna have to put mine in manually.
Yeah, if you select your token and roll initiative, it'll automatically add it.
Do not let the spider near us.
Yep.
That's not a friendly spider.
Actually,
How
unless
do
you
we
want me
know?
to re-roll it, you're gonna have to put it in manually.
No,
Okay, in core, I can't see initiative.
I already did. It's core, it's in the middle.
It's down,
down near speeds.
below your base stats, below your health and wounds. It says initiative and speeds. It's the
Oh,
second
okay.
one. Or it's the second section of the first one.
It's the one with the dice next to it.
I did it.
Congratulations.
Oh, you guys, I'll roll a d2. One is, gonna be, Lauresius, the other is gonna be Matthias, because you guys have the same initiative bonus. Okay, so it's Matthias. Matthias goes first.
I'm number 2. I'm number 2.
I'm gonna be right back really quick. Just keep going.
Okay.
What is that thing?
We know it's a phase spider.
Yep.
Told it was a phase spider.
Didn't know what they were describing because I didn't see it.
Alright, you want a description
No,
though. This large spider-like monster has an eerie humanoid face surrounded by a shaggy mane of fur.
That's spooky.
I'll get you a picture.
This is gonna be horrifying.
Oh man.
Is this
Are we
gonna be like a-
fighting- Wait.
There's a picture.
Are we Dark Souls now?
Is
Are we
this gonna be
fighting
like Dark
Quelaag?
Heresy, where we're gonna have to roll for
Oh,
insanity checks?
jeez!
More like Queeflag.
Oh man, if it had a body, that would literally be Queeflag.
We gotta throw a sanity save.
No.
No.
That's a will.
It's not, it doesn't have a horrifying presence.
It's
Okay.
just a spider.
It's just creepy looking.
I'm
It's just
saying,
creepy pudding.
we're going into
Unless
Dark
you're
Heresy territory
particularly
right now.
afraid of spiders.
But yeah, it dropped in right in front of you guys, because that's what it does.
We're getting into some Dark
It's your
Heresy
turn,
shit
cool
right
name.
here.
Time to back.
No, I don't want to roll the gray dice. That's a boring dice. Where's a good d20? Where's my nice orange light d20?
I like
There it is.
Just roll the gray one.
D10.
Well, I'll use
I
the
like
red
that.
one.
Your clear D10 is really nice.
D12.
Oh, it's a D12? I thought it was a D10.
Yeah, it's a d12. And I have two blue clear d8s. Oh, that's a high init bonus. Jeez.
Well, it is one. It is a thing that everyone fights, and there is one of them.
Yeah.
Get back.
And it can jump between here and the ethereal plane. Which
Freely.
Yeah, which makes it... Obviously that's an ability of something that's really fucking powerful for a monster.
Alright, so are we ready?
Yep. He dropped in right in front of you guys.
Alright, so I'm going to 5-foot step back,
Okay.
and then shoot it with a Tanglefoot arrow.
Okay.
And
Not with
that's-
more than one. Oh yeah, you can only do that as a full round action, right?
The,
Oh, wait, no, it gets a surprise round.
oh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
It gets a surprise round and it gets a full round of actions. So it drops in and it attacks Eorth.
Oh, shit.
Does a 19 hit your AC?
My AC is 19.
On the die. Fucking on the number.
Wait, is that a 6 or a 9? It doesn't... Okay, I can find out by looking at the other side. That is a 9. Okay. I need to mark that.
My AC is 19.
I hate it when dice don't indicate which is the 6 and which is the 9.
Yeah, I know one side, like, the two sides, like, the number opposite it will help it total to 21, always. So that's how I was able to figure out that that was a 9. So 19 hits you?
AC is 19.
Alright, where's my d6s? That's... Hang on. I need to sort these.
In before nukes.
So you take 5 damage. Or, not 5, 12 damage. And you are poisoned.
Oh, Lord.
So make a fortitude save.
Alright, and that's in... Whoa, I used the control scroll wheel. Defenses...
Ouch.
You fail. So, in your first round... Hang on. 1d2. You take 2 constitution damage.
Oh.
I'll subtract that from you, for you.
Yeah, and that fucks up with your max health and shit. It's...
Oh no, that's at the end of the round, but at the end of the round you will take 2 constitution damage. But now that's the end of the surprise round, so you take 2 constitution damage. Now I feel dumb.
Of course, it's, you know, the only guy who's immune to poison is, like, behind all the people who get poisoned. Mistakes.
We have a
We need to
few-
set up a marching. We need to set up a marching order at this point, just so that we know
Well-
who's going to be where at all times.
I mean, let's be honest, Iorth and Zinche were the only ones who knew where the tracks were, so this was kind of inevitable.
So yeah, your total
That's
HP
not-
has been reduced to 22.
So
We were the ones who had to follow the tracks.
They were leading
They were
the way.
following the tracks, they were leading the way.
A marching order works for other
Marching order.
situations.
You were following us, Frank. That was...
Unless you specify, unless you specify a specific marching order, it generally goes by the common sense of the situation, and the common sense in this situation was they were following the tracks.
yes, I'm saying that we need to specify one.
Oh yeah.
Not this one. I should have been in front. I'm just saying.
Okay, it is
we need
Eorth's
a
turn.
marching order.
Attempt a fortitude save.
You don't pass this fortitude, if I swear.
Elf joins
You get
party,
fucked up.
elf leaves party by death.
Well, we could stabilize you, but then he'd still be.
One of you, I think, has removed poison.
I'm checking.
I don't have spells yet, so
I'm checking to see what I have.
let me see what my lay on hands do.
Eorth? Cool name?
Yep.
Fort save.
Fort save. Pay attention, cool name.
Yeah, I was looking for something.
You fail.
Ooh.
So, You take another 2 con damage at the end of this round. At the end of the full round, unless you are cured. So it is still your turn now.
So I'm going to 5-foot step back, and I'm going to shoot it with the arrow of Tanglefoot.
Okay.
So I roll.
Well, it's got a lot of feet.
Yeah, it's a spider.
Oh,
I think Tanglefoot is more for humanoid creatures.
Generally speaking, since it only affects a 5-foot square, and this is a large creature.
Yeah.
oh. So
You would know that.
Yeah. Okay. I'll rapid shot 2 arrows.
You can do that. So fire them both. I forget what the stats are. What's your penalty on your second shot?
Let me see attacks.
No, I mean, it might not be in there, because
It's not in there.
first one as a default ranged attack, and then there's
Oh,
going to be a
it's
penalty
feats.
on top of that.
The second one is a -2 penalty on both attack rolls, so you get to just fire 2 attacks, both with a -2.
Okay, so that's
You're going to have to roll that manually,
No, you can just hit it and we can subtract 2 from the total.
I suppose.
going to be out of the composite short bow.
Yep. So the first one, what's its AC? Definitely hits. It's big. So the first one hits and does it does not crit, but it does 6 damage. The second one misses.
Wah wah. How's it looking, Doc?
It has an arrow in it. That's all it looks like.
Pider's pissed.
No, it just has an arrow.
It is Zinch's turn.
Alright, I'm going to move like this to here.
You're lucky it doesn't have reach.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, because it uses a bite attack, so it doesn't have reach.
Delay, nerd,
And-
delay. Actually, no, wait,
Delay.
its turn is soon. It's before mine.
Uh-huh.
You didn't put me in the turn order.
Delaying would do us no good at this point. I'm going to
Yep.
attack with my walkie-talkie.
You're on the turn order.
No, he
Oh,
ain't.
Matthias is not in the turn
No,
order.
he ain't there.
I ain't there. I ain't fighting.
Now he is.
You were there for me.
Either way,
Be a
delaying
coach,
is
a way
going to
to
do
play.
me no good right now, so unless
It can,
but
it
that
can
would be meta.
jump into the ethereal plane as a free action, so it's probably gonna jump away because that's what they do.
So it's now or never, really.
Just
So
hit
I'm
it.
going to
son.
attack it with my wakizashi.
Roll to attack.
Computer's being slow, so it's going to take a little bit to open up my sheet. I gotta put that away, and there we go.
That misses.
Yep.
You swing at its legs, and it just lifts the leg out of the way of your blade.
Good.
It is, yeah, you moved and attacked, so it is now Burb's turn.
I would like to do Inspire Courage.
Okay, so everyone gets a +1 on everything.
It's great.
Hey.
And that's it.
Okay. It is the phase spider's turn. Since it's already poisoned Yeoworth, it turns to Zinch and bites.
Oh, Jesus.
Does an 18 hit you?
No, my armor class is 19.
There you go, it misses. You step nimbly aside. And, does it get a second attack? No, it does not.
It's a big ass spider.
God, just barely missed.
Okay, it is Dilwyn's turn.
Alright, well,
Wait. It phases.
uh-oh. Oh, Lord. Okay, Dilwyn's gonna go ahead and... I'm trying to...
Touch your worth inappropriately?
Yeah, maybe...
Do you have cure
Just
poison?
grab him in
I don't have
places and
cure
hope
poison.
he feels better.
That's my problem. I only have cure
okay.
moderate wounds.
Use it.
Yeah, I'm
Use
gonna
it.
go ahead and use cure moderate wounds on
So, yeah.
Let me just
Okay.
get that one up.
Roll the spell.
I'm just getting it up,
It's macroed automatically, so
I
you
know.
just gotta...
Do, do,
Oh.
do, do, do,
Well,
do, do, do,
That was a shit roll, but, you know, Well, actually, no, that wasn't horrible. It's 7 plus 3, so he gains back 10 health. He's back to full.
Because it's 2d8, 1, 6, and a 1.
Right, is it also possible to go up to Matthias and give him Shield of Glory?
Casting a spell is a standard.
That's a standard action.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, yeah, Dylan's not going to do anything else. There's nothing else you can really do right now.
So you've used up one of your spells per day.
Yep.
It's a 2nd level spell, so let me just mark that on your sheet really quickly. You'll see you can do uses in like the spells up there.
Mm-hmm.
You just mark it like that. Do you see that?
No.
It's next to total of your spells per day.
Is that right at the top?
Under 2nd. Right at the top. Like 2nd level spells per day, there is now a 1 next to 2nd. That is your
Okay,
uses.
I see. Yep, I see.
Yeah, there you go. You can do that yourself
Okay.
as well.
Yeah, I know.
It says
I'm
I
glad
have
I looked
no
over this.
uses for my first level spells right now.
That's infinite.
No, 0th level spells you have infinite. Uses is the amount that you have used.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I get it, yeah. Sorry, second
Yeah,
opinion.
and the total is how many you get.
Cool.
Okay, it is Matthias' turn. There is currently not a spider there.
I don't see shit, son, so...
You can all delay until it comes back.
Oh, it's off the turn order. Because you hit delete.
Yeah. But its initiative was 11. So it's in between Burb and Dilwyn.
I'm gonna 5-foot step. Well, I'm just gonna move here, and then delay.
All right. So you're gonna ready an action to attack it when it comes back.
Yeah, if it appears next to me anywhere, I'm going.
Okay,
to hit
just to so I assume Burb Glub is going to continue his bardic performance.
I have a bad
Yeah.
idea.
Oops. Okay, and is everyone going to? It still has to move. So,
I don't
but
have to
it can't materialize as a free action. It materializes as a move action.
Mm.
So if it did materialize and move in the same turn, it would take up its entire turn.
Alright.
But does Loresius do anything? Does Eoworth do anything? Does anyone do anything?
delay, son.
Yeah, delay.
So everyone delays. That brings the phase spider's turn up.
You could ready a magic missile,
I know.
Loresius, for when it appears.
Yeah. You're okay. Oh, I need
Readying
to.
action is you set a condition, and then if that happens, you perform the action.
Yeah.
So my condition is, if it appears anywhere next to me, I'm going to hit it.
Loresius could just fire a magic missile and it'll go right towards it.
Okay.
So
Am I allowed to continue playing this song and use a weapon at the same time?
yeah. No. No.
Unless it's
Missile
your, your
from-
Cord of Shards. which is
Cord of
part
Shards
your-
is an attack spell that's part of your performance.
Yeah, because you
Okay,
can't,
then
you can't
never mind.
perform, like, you can't use your flute and swing a weapon
Yeah.
at the same time.
But,
It's intrinsically
Thinking,
not possible.
I've got a crossbow. I was wondering if I can continue playing my flute with one hand and shoot a crossbow.
No.
No,
Okay, then I'll. Never mind.
Flute's a two-handed
like,
instrument.
unless
son.
your performance
Okay.
was, like, singing or something.
You could stop your performance and then fire the crossbow.
But everyone would
Um,
hate you.
Well, I mean, it continues for a few more rounds, and then I can
Bard,
just start
do
it
your
up
job.
after one round.
And besides, if he appears next to us, you're firing into melee, so...
You're not,
Yeah, you take a
you're
penalty
not a
with that
melee
precise
character,
shot.
son.
Just be the bard and sing the song.
Bard, do your job.
Yeah, bards are a social class mostly. In combat, they mostly just do their
Sing the
performances.
You knew what you were getting into, Bell.
Just sing the song. Sing
But,
the song and stand
You'll
up.
have a lot more abilities at later level that come in really
Yeah.
handy in combat.
Bards?
And
Bards
everyone
get
loves the
stupid.
buffs they get from bards. Just saying.
Bard is a support class, but they get really stupid.
It's like what Akari does is she heal bots.
I am
So.
the healer. Hello.
But she can also use face if she needs to.
Yeah, and miss every time.
Miss every time.
I didn't miss that one time
so it
with the
materializes
walls.
in the same spot.
I'm gonna hit it.
Oh, we're hitting it.
Loresius, his magic missile goes off first.
Yeah,
Okay, let me
so
get out my magic missile.
roll your magic missile, nerd.
Bam! Where I put my missile?
Does this count as
Magic
flanking?
missile.
Yes,
Yes. Oh, it's happening.
It's not very bright. Okay, it takes 7 damage from 2 magic missiles.
Actually,
But yeah, this thing is not very bright.
oh yeah, Zinch could have readied this thing before because its initiative is lower than
Yep. Yep. So you both strike. First, let's roll Matthias's attack. Yeah, you hit. You got, and it would be +2 because flanking, so it still hits anyways.
Yeah, and doesn't it get that extra +1 to damage from Inspire Courage? And
Oh, yeah.
extra +1 from Inspire Courage, which means that it
Yeah,
gets 8 damage.
Which also means that the magic missiles did 2 more damage. Okay, it is now Zinch's attack. You get your attack and sneak attack. Hits.
Oh, that
Does
crit.
10 damage.
But he didn't
Oh,
crit.
it did crit, but you failed to confirm.
Okay.
So it does 10 damage.
I never remember to apply this,
Sneak
but I
attack
swear
is just
I haven't.
another attack, yeah?
Sneak attacks are under your classes.
Ah.
Under your class abilities.
I got a thing that adds a crit for confirm, but I can never remember what it is.
It's like a +2 or something. I don't remember what it was. Regardless, it's not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Oh, you have an oil of keen weapon. That's what you have.
We'll
Yeah,
go
but
into
using
the-
an oil
Oh.
I have an
provokes
actual
an
class
attack
skill that
opportunity.
adds
Oh.
crit confirms. But I think it's in
Yeah,
certain
back.
situations.
Not enough. You have
No,
to beat its AC
either
to
way, it
confirm.
doesn't work. So do I have to roll additional dice for the sneak
Class
attack?
thing, I believe.
Yeah, it's under your classes. Under your class tab. You just roll the ability.
There's the sneak attack.
That is 10 damage. You do not get bonuses to that.
And I also have the +1 on the regular damage, so it's 20 damage total.
Yeah, I already did that.
Fuck yeah.
So, it
Look down.
immediately bites at Zinch. And hits.
No.
It does 12. It does 19 damage,
Oh,
Jesus.
and you have to make a fort save.
Christ,
It also
my
grabs
days,
you.
a Stick.
oh, that hurts.
You are grappled.
That hurts.
If it makes this CMB check.
Luckily, Dilwen has that potion, that wand of cure. Was it light wounds?
Light wounds.
Nope, I failed that.
Yeah, you failed the fort save.
Spam the spell.
It attempts to start a grapple.
What's your CMD, Zinch?
22.
Okay, back.
Welcome back. Everything's going to hell.
Nah, he just got he nuked the spider pretty hard,
Oh no!
and
Zinchi.
Zinch got bit in the face pretty hard.
Oh no! Poor fucking Zinch.
So it successfully grapples you, definitely. You are currently grappled, and you also take 1 point of con damage. I'll subtract that for you.
I am gonna die.
Nah, you got
This thing hits hard.
you'll be fine. You've got
I'm
This is what
going
it-
to die.
you've got a
what it
few people
does,
who can
guys.
heal. You got a few people that it can heal. You'll be fine.
Who has the heal
So how do I
poison?
apply con damage?
Who
No one has heal poison.
Oh, it's on. Don't touch. It's under core. You should see damage under ability scores. You hit.
Let me
hang on.
tell you, if your ability score hits 0, you fall unconscious. You don't die.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Wait, what? Why isn't it affecting the total?
Burb, you might not want to get too far away, because again, it can dematerialize and then materialize again. Wherever
Hang
it
on,
wants.
this thing's not working properly.
Didn't? Oh, right. It said move action. So when that thing hits, it grapples as well. 'Cause
Yep.
Didn't it already use a move action? Don't you have to do a full
It
move action?
no, that's
Or
as a
that
free
part?
action. That's part of its attack.
Ah, okay.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. This sheet is weird.
Where's the web? Why much does the spider have a web?
Well, the good news is the ones who are bitten by the Pider have a chance of now becoming Pider-Man, apart from Zinche, who's now Pider-Bird.
Pider half-elf.
I am gonna die.
Sorry, I was talking to my dad. I didn't hear what you said.
We're
I am
Pider-Man
going
now.
to die.
But what did Frank say?
What?
He said Hatter's going to die.
Beyond that, though, someone said, "Damn, you might not wanna."
Okay, so you took 1 point of con damage. Your total hit dice is... You are currently at 1 HP.
Oh, Jesus.
Time to run, nerd.
I did put it on your decks.
Anyway, since you readied that, doesn't that mean that it's now Iworth's
I
turn
fixed
again, or what? I forget what the order was. I can edit my initiative. That's bullshit.
Okay, yeah, it is, it has bitten you, it has poisoned you, it is now... You guys did your ready to actions, it is Iworth's turn. And, because of the ready to action, you're also at the bottom of the initiative order there.
I'm going to shoot it twice with my composite short bow.
In a melee?
He has precise shot.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say. Otherwise, I was gonna kick the shit out of you.
You also take 2 points of con damage from the end of the round.
Ow.
But you're at full health, so it's just decreasing your max health.
A big floppy dildo.
A big floppy dildo.
Oh, guys, there's a big floppy dildo in here.
Who put that in
how
there?
How did that get in there? Oh, wait, no, he's-
Okay, now I get it. Yeah, you are down to 13 HP.
Oh man, you're
Oh.
getting fucked.
Oh.
Figured it out. The damage thing there is just for tracking purposes to see what they are, and then I put the total of that into temp
I think
to
I know
see
what
whether
that
it's
feedback noise
drain
is,
or it's
Hacchi.
damage or it's just a penalty.
I know what that feedback noise is. Sometimes when you get too close to your microphone, you're literally forcing feedback. You hear a slight buzz on your end.
Oh.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, though. Zinch is getting fucked.
Zinche.
I'm going to die. I am going to die.
Nah,
We're
you'll
not-
fall unconscious.
We're not letting
This
the
is
bird
it.
die. We're not letting the
It-
bird die.
Okay.
Goddammit. We're gonna
And
have our
before it
jokes.
eats him.
No, you want the bird to die because he's a jerk.
Dylan
bird
may
is a
not
jerk,
like the bird,
but-
but she doesn't want anyone to die on her. That's not gonna do well for
That's
her mental health.
it's kind of a bad thing.
Okay, so you fired at it. You hit with the first one. That does 9 damage.
Fire again, nerd. Wait, he's got a +2 composite short bow?
No, it does 9 damage. Damage result 8.
No, but he's got a +2 composite short bow.
That's because composite bows, you add your strength modifier
Oh, okay.
to the damage. Yep. And it is dead.
And nothing spectacular or special?
Both, for the moment, Zinche is about to die.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
About to fall unconscious.
You know what?
First of all,
You
Zinch
could
make a
say
fort save.
before I died.
Zinche.
Once he's done with that, I'm gonna run up and touch him inappropriately with my lay on hands.
Please touch me inappropriately as much as you want.
And Eoworth also make a fort save.
I'm gonna
Alright.
fail this fort save. Watch this.
You're gonna fail, then you're gonna fall unconscious.
No!
You succeeded on the first fort save, and so did Iworth. Now both of you make second ones.
Oh.
Please let that pass.
You pass. You are neither of you are currently poisoned, but you still have the ability damage.
Well, I'm gonna touch him
Oh.
inappropriately now.
Delwyn's running up to, actually, do you want to take Zinche and I'll deal with Ioworth?
Well, I already declared that I was gonna touch Zinch inappropriately, and Iworth just has Constitution damage, so he's fine.
Alright.
There.
Yeah, Iworth is full health. He just has to recover the Constitution
Oh, wow,
damage.
good.
Free health.
Good
Beautiful.
Delwyn's gonna walk up and do a Cure Light Wounds on Zinche.
Lay on
Oh.
hands is a emergency thing anyway. It's more
Yep.
it's more useful for its mercies.
Oh
Yep.
god, computer, please stop
Yeah,
shitting the
none
bed.
of you has spells that heal ability damage yet.
Actually,
Minor technical difficulties. Computer's jammed.
You're like halfway between four.
My computer
four
was jammed for a
squares.
second, they're all bad.
So did you stabilize, like, you gave him 3 HP?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
Dilwyn is going to use Cure Moderate Wounds, I believe.
Yes.
I'll roll it for her.
I got it. Oh!
That's a shitty roll.
God damn my luck today.
But, yeah.
Hacchi.
There we go. What?
Can Laris just pull out his dagger and go over to the spider and cut its belly open?
What?
Sure. Make a strength check.
A what? Make a what?
Make a strength check.
Strength. Okay, let me get my core.
Well, Zinch is looking better, I guess. That was a shit roll, but... Yeah, I gotta be...
Neither is poison, but you guys still have the damage. Yeah, you don't manage. Your dagger gets stuck in it.
Well, Matthews is gonna look at Loresius and go, "What the hell are you doing?"
Just checking, just in case, you know.
Case what?
You know,
Dilwyn's gonna raise her eyebrows and go, do you think the spider would have eaten her?
maybe.
So you're at the end of the tracks. Eowyrth,
that is
make
a
a
good
survival
point.
check.
That is a to
Right?
So we
can
need
assist
to
your
focus
survival.
on mutilating this dead spider. Matthews is gonna give it a shot since Loresius brought up the obviously intelligent.
Never mind, it's just you and shit.
Let's delay that for now. I wanna jump on the bandwagon of cutting something open.
No.
No. Okay.
Okay. So he finds the what appears to be. It looks as though her feet were dragged, and he follows these.
One thing though.
Yeah, he finds these dragging tracks, and he finds where are we? Elisa's pale, broken body half submerged into the bog a few yards past the clearing.
Shit. Well, I gotta ask the tough questions. Does she look alive?
Make a heal check.
Okay.
If he fails, I'll support.
Zentre pipes up and goes, so does that mean that we aren't going to get beds tonight?
Cunt.
You don't know.
Alright, well...
Dilwyn's supporting.
You guys are able to figure out that she appears to have lost a lot of blood, and the paleness of her skin, she has clearly been poisoned to the point of death.
Oh,
Shit. Well...
Can I stabilize?
No, she is dead.
Oh, okay.
She is dead.
Okay.
I need to check something here. Give me one moment.
Stabilizes when you're dying.
The way you phrased it made it seem like she might be on the verge of death, so... that's
No,
fine.
she is dead.
Carry a body properly, so... I suppose Matthias will have to hoist the body carefully, and we'll make our way back.
Alright, so you guys make your way back to the camp without incident.
Wait, I didn't pull over my dagger.
You pulled your dagger out.
Okay.
Took a nat 20 on pulling your dagger out. Now let's go.
You guys make your way back to the
Unless
to
you
the
have,
circus.
like, a GM who's literally Hitler, they're not going to call you out on something like, "Oh, you didn't pull your dagger out of that guy."
Yeah. So you guys make your way back to the circus, and as you walk in, carrying her body, everyone falls silent, and gazes at you.
Well, I don't know who to hand this off to, so... Shit.
She has two sisters.
Yeah, I guess. I guess it's best to, not make a big fuss of it, and just quietly bring the body to the pinheads.
They They stare at her body, dumbfounded and silent.
Matthias is going to softly say, "I'm sorry, but we couldn't save her. She's dead." And then ask if they would like for us to give her a proper burial.
They nod, still not saying anything. No one
Alright.
is saying anything.
You have to make a check when using a shovel.
No.
Please. Well, if Dillman wants to help, Matthias is gonna set about digging a grave on the outskirts.
No one's going to help repair that. She wouldn't speak up then because she's learnt this much that it's probably not good to speak at points like this.
All of the kin have gathered around to watch the burial.
Damn you, kitty cat. There's feels right now. I can't be petting you.
Pet the kitty.
I gotta pet the kitty. It won't leave me alone.
It's time. We need the feelsiest music you have on hand, son. Ramp it up.
Please, no. I
The
can't. Just use too sad.
Son, this isn't nearly feelsy enough. I need my feels train. Maximum feels head.
This is serious. It's supposed to be a somber victory.
Yeah, like we won, but it's
There we go.
so much for
Bert.
I
sad
just leave it
moments.
going.
Bird gets off his dog, takes off his hat, and just looks sad.
Alright, well, Matthias goes about without incident, digging a grave, and putting a makeshift marker, giving generic prayer and whatnot, burying the body.
Dylan,
No.
Grab the spider.
Dylan lifts one hand up to her throat, pressing a hand against her collar, and is quietly muttering the rites and shit under her breath.
Did we not grab the spider? They're
We
like your
didn't grab the
delicacy.
spider!
The spider's dead
It's dead!
Well,
and mutilated.
We're not
Get the
going to
spider,
parade a
we'll-
giant spider's corpse throughout the camp saying, "Look at the thing that killed your sister!"
We are digging grave now. Okay, so during this entire scene, Zenchai's sort of just standing by, and he's obviously looking a little somber, more somber than usual, but he's not really letting on to what he's actually thinking at all.
Man, fuck you.
He's bottling up his emotions.
Bottling up
Yep.
your emotions, little baby. Anyway, the grave is dug, body is buried, makeshift grave marker is set up, done.
Alright.
This do something like do a prayer for because he follows God as well.
Everyone, all of the kin say a prayer to their respective deities. And if you want to join, of course,
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
you're all able to say a prayer should you choose.
Yeah, because none of us are atheists.
Yeah.
Atheist being that we don't worship someone, because pretty much everyone accepts that the gods exist.
Yeah. There are entire nations that actually outlaw god deity worship. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them.
There are a couple of crazy people who believe that they don't exist, but they're crazy.
Yeah.
There's clear evidence to support the fact that they exist.
Like,
Anyways. Kate. You're fucking drunk.
yeah, let's get some. Can I talk to the ringmaster?
Yes.
You can go up to talk to the ringmaster, I suppose.
Right, I go talk to the ringmaster and ask where I can get some booze.
He's like, you know what? You can join me in my wagon for a drink tonight.
Just me or the entire party?
Anyone who wishes to do so.
Dylan's gonna decline and sort of withdraw a little bit.
Well, we didn't hear. That was more of a
Yeah,
off to the
but
side
when he
thing.
asks him to send, that's what
If Eoworth even mentions it to
He
anyone.
might just want to grab all the booze for himself.
filthy half-elf.
Filthy.
Yeah. I meet the ringmaster in his little.
Anyway, now that that's settled, Matthews isn't gonna be the one to do it, cause sadness, but someone's gonna have to go get that dagger.
Please.
God damn it, Kronk. No. You got the dagger.
No,
Anyways.
Matthews isn't gonna say shit because it's sad, and it'd be rude. It'd be incredibly rude to be like, okay, where's the reward?
Oh, that dagger.
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
dagger,
yeah.
the magic one. Because Matthews isn't gonna ask shit. They're already going through enough. So he's just gonna make his way to where they were told they could sleep.
Well, actually, Caleb approaches Matthias and he says, "Well, we're all very, very saddened by what has transpired. Nonetheless, we're thankful to have at least some closure. And your reward as promised." And he hands you the dagger.
Alright, well, Matthias takes it with a bit of a slow nod and lets out a sigh as he surveys the scene, muttering under his breath that... what's the word?
Oh, since you had made a rather highly successful... well, forget that. Never mind.
What?
No, let's not worry about it.
Okay.
Go get you get the dagger.
Yeah, he's gonna give a bit of a mutter saying that he's getting tired of this sort of thing, under his breath, more to himself. This is the third time we've had to do this sort of thing.
Dilwyn's literally just staring at the grave, her eyes are locked, and it's very clear that she is struggling to not cry.
Alright, well, Matthias is gonna walk up to Dilwyn and give her a bit of a pat and on the back, since he's short as fuck. And motion back towards where their lodgings are gonna be, saying we should leave them to their grieving.
Dilwyn's just going to nod and follow suit, basically.
Alright. Well, unless anyone else wants to do something, that's what we're doing.
The ringmaster, his plan is now.
Yeah, he's gonna go.
Well, okay, so, yeah, he's like, well, first, I need to forget what happened tonight. Second, we're going to the nearby city of Lepidstadt, and we would feel a lot more comfortable if we had people like you with us the rest of the way. If you would accompany us the rest of the way to Lepidstadt, that would make us all feel a lot safer.
I certainly
Free
don't
ride!
mind.
Whoop, whoop.
I certainly don't mind coming. I'll have to go ask the rest of the party, however.
Fair enough.
Free ride! Whoop, whoop.
I leave his little caravan thing.
Wagon. They all
Wagon.
use wagons.
I'll use wagons.
Yeah, and I locate Matthias.
He is currently in one of the animal wagons.
Oh, so I have to find him?
He's there. You find it easily.
Okay.
It's a small little circle of wagons.
Yeah.
It's like 10 wagons in a circle.
Is he awake, asleep, or...
Awake. We just went there, like, moments ago.
Okay.
You haven't even started drinking. We haven't rolled fort saves yet, so...
I say to Matthias that the ringmaster is offering us drinks and to travel with us to Lepidstadt. Or more precisely, us traveling with them.
Matthias is gonna hum to himself for a bit, mulling it over, and say, it'd be better for everyone if we went with them. Which is yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the end of the drinks?
He's just not gonna mention it. Besides, paladins don't drink much. It takes a lot to get them smashed.
Do you mind if we assume that Burb just went with them into the place where they were gonna stay, and then when he heard drinks, he's gonna, speak up?
God damn it, Kieran.
Sure.
I could use a drink. I'll go with. And he leaves Bumbiter behind and goes with him.
Time to pet cat.
Dylan's
And go
gonna
to
just
sleep.
lift her head up, listen to what's saying, but then basically she's retreated into the corner, basically, at this point. She's not
Well.
even going to respond to anything.
Well, Matthew's gonna say, little shit. I forget my cat's name. I'm a terrible cat owner. Let me look at my cat's name. I know I have it written down. I'm gonna give Dilwyn Pibbles to pet. She can pet Pibbles. Pibbles will cure all the sads.
Dylan's going to pet Pibbles, but you have to bear in mind her hawk is nearby.
Does anyone want to identify the dagger?
No,
Dylan
nobody
could do
does.
that, but she's probably not in the best mood for it. If he hands it to her,
What?
she'll do it anyway, though.
Matthias
Probably be the
has
best
it,
person to-
but he's not really making
Lorestius is a nerd, so you can make a spellcraft check.
I can do spellcraft as well, but
Yeah, but I guess he has to show it to me first.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
pretty much just taken the dagger and been like, okay, that's a dagger. And then gone back to, shake off the heavy mood.
okay, then I'm gonna have Dylan eventually pop and go. So, do you want me to have a look at that thing then? And gesture to the dagger. Matthias?
He's coughing.
Oh, okay, he's
Sorry,
dead.
yeah, I'm busy hacking my lungs out.
That's right.
Rip.
Alright, well, Matthias will perk up because his name was said, and will say yes.
Alright.
Make a spellcraft check. Yeah, you pretty easily identify it as a +1 humanoid shape changer bane dagger.
What the fuck?
That's oddly precise.
That's a really oddly precise dagger. But I guess if we meet a Kitsu, we can kick the shit out of it.
Yep.
Stab, 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 stab.
So that is in Matthias's inventory. You can add it. You add that.
Dylan's gonna
pocket
go ahead
that.
and say, well, this is something that would help us against the shapeshifter. I think you should hold on to it.
You might as well just say what it is. Like it's a +1 humanoid bane dagger.
Do they actually say that in universe, like +1 or something?
No.
It's
It's
a-
magically enhanced.
It's a magically enhanced humanoid shape changer bane dagger. Very specific.
Yeah, can you imagine, like, in a universe, they'd be like saying, oh, this is a +3 dagger.
A bane dagger deals an extra 2d6 damage against the specified foe.
Well, Matthias is gonna pocket that, and now he has 2 daggers. Let me put down the thing.
And against the designated foe, its bonus is +2 better than its actual bonus, so it would act as a +3 dagger against a shape changer,
Cool.
Guys,
as well as dealing extra 2d6.
+1 dagger, but it has those notes attached to it. Correct?
What were you gonna
Yes.
say, Hadda?
I said I went to go take my dice check 22 test, but I forgot to bring my +2 pencil.
Number 2. So in the sheet, would I put the plus whatever in the enhance or the attack modifiers?
The +1 would go in enhance.
All right, attack
but-
mods would be 0 or 1.
Hang on, let me look. Oh, attack mod, yeah, I think you would put that as 0. Yeah, it goes under enhance. And make sure you put a 0 in attack and damage mods, as otherwise it won't calculate it properly. And it's a dagger, so it will be 1d4.
Yeah, I know that.
And yes, proficiency.
Can we change the music? I'm actually gonna probably stop crying soon as it goes my feels.
Oh, cars will start crying.
So what were the bonuses for the Bane dagger?
Okay,
+1.
so
Plus
it is a
what?
it is a shape changer bane dagger. It gets an extra +2 against that target and 2d6 damage. +5 automatic shotgun.
Can you imagine, like, that, like, going to a pawn shop and hearing that?
+5 automatic
RPG.
shotgun. Well, the thing is, depending on the quality of it or on the construction of it, you could define it like that.
Yeah,
It would
it's a
be
+5. You would sound like a nerd.
You can. It's arbitrary, but you can. And it would be up to. It would be depending on who you ask, because the quality of a weapon, besides it obviously being shit, is generally speaking a subjective thing.
Anyway, who all's going to the Ringmaster for drinks?
Obviously.
Everyone?
Dylan ain't.
Everyone except Frank and Dilwyn, I'd assume.
Listen, my constitution just got wrecked today by a poisonous spider. Obviously, the best course of action
Yeoworth.
now is to drink.
Yeah. Are you going to drink?
Yes.
Is Zinch going to drink?
Obviously, I took hits to my constitution like
And
all day. What else
before
would I do?
level 3 drunkenness.
Oh, it's a sad day!
God damn it. Are we really gonna have makeshift a Gnoll who isn't a Gnoll? Here, are we really gonna do that?
Makeshift duel.
It's like,
No,
it's
because
like
I don't have a proper thing.
discount own brand Gnoll.
Oh, did you know that healing is also used for torture?
Yep.
Like you use heal checks to torture.
Yep. Heal is, generally speaking, your catch-all for anything that involves anatomy. Or wounds of any kind.
Hey Hacchi, can we roll a percentile die to see which carny I get on with when I get drunk?
Please! Not get it on with.
No.
You get it on with, unless they're drunk too.
No.
Oh. But it's funny.
Please.
Not suitable.
Please.
Don't do that shit, man.
Inappropriate.
I know, sorry.
I think it's very appropriate. I mean, a goblin getting married
This
with
is not.
pinhead,
This
it's
is
pretty
not
appropriate.
No,
a
it's a
joyous
funeral march.
drunk. This is not
No,
a
it's-
party drunk. This is I am sad and want to get over it drunk.
I did
Well,
not hit her.
I would
did
imagine. I'd imagine that a goblin being fucked up as they are.
Oh yeah, unless
would have
the goblin is just
sex
a piece
to
of
get rid
shit.
of their
So
anguish.
everyone knows the goblin's.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go get drunk, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
This Mac has really weird rules for being able to select something and then click and drag it somewhere else.
Heh.
Like if you
But,
click and drag on a link, you can do it, or if you select an image within the click and drag, you can also click and drag the thing into
I
another
don't know.
field. It's weird.
Yeah, but okay, so who all is going? There's Zinch, there's Eoworth, and
Everyone
Me.
except for me and Akari.
so the Restius and Burp Club.
Yeah.
So you all go over to his wagon, and you knock on the door, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. He opens the door and he welcomes you in. He has you all sit around his small table at one end of the wagon, and he reaches into his cupboard and drops down a large, cloudy, dark, opaque bottle onto the table. And he pours everyone a small glass.
Let's take the glass.
All right.
Down
Take
it.
and I down it.
Who cares what it
Okay.
is? We're drinking it.
What are your guys' current con scores?
I know
like
that
20
Iworth
no,
lost 4. and
So 14.
Zinch
You can
lost
do 2 drinks, no problem.
My constitution's 18.
You could do 3 drinks, no problem.
Everybody in the club.
Zalmar, or not Zalmaru. Zinch. What's his con again? His is you can have 2, no problem. And Loresius can have
It's 12.
2, no problem. Okay, so he pours you all another round. He knocks his back, you all knock yours back, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
For the record, it is very, very strong tasting. You think it's some kind of rum.
Oh, it's probably a homebrew of his.
Yeah.
Right. I guess it's at this point that I say I think I'm just gonna lay off for a little bit because I did almost die today.
That's more reason to
Yeah,
get
there's
drunk.
more reason to get smashed.
No.
He almost
I'm-
died today. It's time to celebrate.
I am
the
of the
fact
mindset
I-
right at this point. It's just like I almost died to a spider. I don't want to die to the alcohol now.
Alright, can I
That's a compliment to his booze, I think.
Okay, so now he pours another round. He knocks it back. He's starting to look a little tipsy. the rest of you, fortitude saves, except for Dem.
I didn't knock back the third.
I know.
I have a suitable GF up.
Why do I have to make the fortitude save?
Not you.
Oh, okay.
I have
Where
a
was
suitable GF
fortitude?
up for this occasion. I'm just
Core
gonna
for
say that.
defenses.
If you drank, then yeah.
See, touch.
Okay, so cool name is now stage 1 drunk. Meaning he gains a +2 on all rolls for...
Fucking hell, Ikari.
2 hours.
That bar rescue gift, please.
Loresius is also stage 1 drunk.
Alright, can I ask the ringmaster?
For 4 hours.
Oh.
And, do you want more? He offers more. Gestures as though to pour some more.
Top left.
Raises glass.
I tell him that I'm fine for now, but I'd be willing to pay coin for a bottle of it.
Alright. 5 silvers.
Are you judging my cat on the corner? That's my
5
instance icon.
silvers?
Yeah.
I see the cat.
I open up my bag of coins and hand him 5 silvers.
He reaches into the cupboard, grabs a bottle of a thick, dark liquid, and hands it to you.
Okay. And now
Ah,
I
fuck.
add that to my item.
I'm gonna have a little bit of that rum. Where is it? Is it just in the fridge?
Oh no, it's on the wooden counter thing beside the fridge, the lower shelf.
Oh, I see.
I don't think there's any clean glasses.
Just
I've been
concerned
using
about
one
all
just
this
for
drink
water,
and he
it'll
just
be
can't
fine.
help himself.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna get some amaretto.
Oh god, guys, please.
Alright, and what's
They're
the
just
name?
having a little mysterious alcohol.
You're not quite sure what it is for the description.
Not quite sure what it is, but it sure tastes good and makes you feel numb. Turns out it's laced with roofies. Oh dear.
Yeah, you all faint. I'm just kidding.
Loris is gonna go and say, I'll buy one too.
He looks into the cupboard, he's like, no, that would be my last one.
Oh, okay.
And, he takes a large swig out of the bottle that he's currently holding.
Shouldn't have taken that.
He's just
I only
forgoing
poured
the
a
bowl.
little bit, and I drank it all at once. It was a mistake.
It's 47% alcohol, nerd.
Yeah. Wasn't that
It's
bad.
94 proof. It's strong.
Can you imagine
Yeah, it
having
was a
94
mistake.
proof
I almost
blood?
hacked my lungs out.
I just want you to look at the stream right now, Frank.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Just-
The little cat. The cat.
Everybody!
Everybody, yeah.
Of course I was
Back streets back. Alright.
That's not the song that I was referencing,
Oh,
but
that was a
God.
mistake.
What's the weight on it? On the mysterious alcohol.
2 pounds.
But hindsight's 2020. Still not the most alcoholic thing I've ever had.
Remember, the weight doesn't automatically add to your total. You have to add that in.
It did burn on the way down, though.
Right, so where's my total at? Oh, here it
Bottom
is.
of items. Yeah.
Carried weight equipment. Is that equipment or miscellaneous?
Put it on your items, nerd.
Equipment. Yeah, your total equipment is that, and then there's armor and weapons, which is separate, and miscellaneous is things that are not part of your equipment or your weapons and armor.
Ooh, I'm just shy of being encumbered. Yeah.
Well, not encumbered. You'd be carrying a medium load, yeah? Because you're not encumbered until you're carrying a heavy load. It's just medium load. I
Who's
forget what
Yoshi
that
the
is.
Yoshifarian?
They've been around for a while. They're just hanging out.
Huh.
They've been pretty chill. Pretty chill out then.
So
Shout out
Andrew's
to Yoshi.
watching, and Yoshi.
Shout out
It's
to
Joshi.
Shout out to the Yoshi.
Joshi is racing.
Yoshi's
Please.
competing.
You're a man! Josie's debating Mario!
That fucking game.
But yeah, Tinder, if
Super
you...
Mayrocrat,
How
man.
about this, Tinder? If you link the image, I'll show it on stream, but if it's terrible, you have to bear the sins of that. I ain't taking any
Sins of the father.
responsibility. Insert
Mario, you gotta
you sent the
understand.
mumble.
By the way, Bird would like a drink. Did he drink all of it?
Oh, you took your third drink, yeah? You're still not drunk. You have 18 con.
Oh man,
I
this is
know.
my old Twitch account. Let me log out.
Loris is gonna motion to have another drink.
Snack.
Oh my god.
Snack. Oh,
Quality
Bird.
streams only here on Ellen's house.
it's beautiful. Seriously, why didn't they take that fucking thing out of his head?
Because
Probably
it's...
because it'd be too dangerous to remove.
Yes, it's too dangerous.
I feel it would be more dangerous to leave it there, especially since he's a fucking soldier. Someone could just wail on it.
Wasn't it like stuck in his brain?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Carrion
if someone
said it
hit
didn't have
that
any
or
problem
tugged on
floating.
it, he'd get fucked up.
That's just the average speed of loading for me, even with good internet. It's the computer's problem.
Hacchi.
Computer.
This computer's dying.
I'm gonna motion to have another drink.
Okay.
It's dying, Squaddle.
Do I need to do another save?
Yep.
Get my fort.
Fuck my lungs.
Numbs of pain is quite strong. I mean, I'm a worshipper of Kalen.
no!
Good.
Smash.
You are stage 2 inebriated. You take. Hang on. So you are
You know, I've never seen
in.
a campaign
So you're gonna be drunk for
force
5
someone to drink
hours.
against their will. like get drunk against their will. I've never seen that before.
Where's a D8? It's not a D8.
Loris is getting
That's a D8.
smashed.
You took 3 damage.
Bird raises his glass again, wanting a drink.
Last ones, and then we're gonna move on. Roll for it.
Fuck.
All of us?
Yeah, you fail. You are drunk for 4 hours.
Wait, stage what drunk?
Stage 1.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't all of you, Thoresius.
Just the
It was
ones
just
who were
it was
drinking.
just Burb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I held off, but I bought a bottle.
Alright, now moving on, you guys all sleep for the night, obviously, and those of you with con damage recover 1 point of con damage, anyone with HP damage recovers 3 hit points.
So instead of -4, it'd be -3.
Yes.
Well, for every 2 that you lose or get, it decreases or increases your modifier by 1.
I put up your favourite image for a second there, Frank.
And this is based upon 10, 10 being 0.
Well, luckily I only took 1 point of con damage, so I'm back to full.
Yep. Eoworth is not in the best of shape, but again, it only affects his fortitude saves and his HP.
Sponsored by Bird.
But yeah, you should be at full health now. Wait, no, you wouldn't be at full health. You would have recovered 3 from the recovered damage and 3 from the night, so you're at 19 HP.
I really should have gotten like some
Unless
milk or
you get some
something.
healing
This stuff is strong.
in the morning.
It's not even that I'm a lightweight, it's that it burns my fucking throat to drink.
Okay. Now, in the morning, okay, do you want to get healing in the morning, first of all? I assume yes?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you got healing. The only one who needed
Ability
heal...
damage. Is she able to heal our ability damage?
No.
Nah, fuck.
So, everyone's back at full HP.
Day and so on.
Spells per day, yeah, all those reset. That includes Dilwyn and Loresius, both of your spells per day reset.
All the skellies. Why are you drawing these skellies?
I only drew 1 skelly and it's curious.
But anyways,
Rip.
upon your arrival in Lepidstadt, you find an almost carnival-like atmosphere. Like, as though they're celebrating. There's a
Wait, what day
near...
is it today?
No...
In game. Like, what's the date?
So as you guys head towards the center of the city, near the courthouse, there appears to be a large pyre in the shape of a man in the middle.
Wait,
and
burned, man.
the locals are throwing wood into a large pile at the bottom of the effigy. And can I get knowledge local?
Sure.
Oh, I don't have that.
Let me roll knowledge local.
I think Zinch has that too. And Burb.
Yeah, I'm on this.
Local.
Yeah, hang on.
Verb's got it, don't worry. So who knows what?
Okay. Well, Burb knows that, and Burb and Franck both individually know that this large creature, from some rumors you've heard as you entered the city, or some hearsay rather, you know that this is their method of corporal punishment. It is a large effigy known as the Punishing Man. So you suspect that there is some sort of trial taking place at the moment.
Shit.
Oh lord.
Well,
Yeah.
it's part of their corporal punishment, so it's probably due process, hopefully. I would like to, if everyone else is okay with it, Matthias is gonna investigate, hang about the side, see what's going on. Just generally be part of the crowd, see what's going on.
So, okay, roll. You're listening, and yeah, you're easily able to hear some of the shouts. They're like, people are shouting things along the lines of, "Burn the beast."
Oh. Well,
There does not appear to be any sort of beast in the effigy yet.
Well, against my better judgment, I'm gonna prod the nearest portion of the crowd and ask what's going on.
Roll diplomacy.
Shit, every time I keep closing my sheet instead of minimizing it.
I drew a
Hang on, there was a table for this. Where'd it go?
I drew a flower.
Flower?
I thought I'd changed up, you know? A little bit.
Oh, there we go. So, you got a 20. He's like, they're having some kind of trial for the beast of Lepidstadt. They say it's killed several people, and 3 of which seem to be the basis for its execution. But I've also heard a few stories. It's done some kind things, but it's plagued this city for too long. Even if it did those things, that's just proof that the creature is mad and deserves to be burned.
Oh. Well, Matt is gonna prod and ask for more details. Specifically, what do you mean by beast?
It's this big, blue, monstrous creature that, it looks as though, like, it's some kind of, I don't know what it is, it's some kind of monster.
Oh, well, this guy clearly isn't very eloquent with his words, but...
He's human in shape, but bigger.
Oh
Bigger.
no. I think you might
We're
want
gonna have to stab something with that knife now, aren't we?
You could?
I'm gonna ask
Cool, man.
specifically, what's with the effigy?
It's the Punishing Man. Surely you've heard of it.
Sure, I've heard
They're going to burn the beast.
Okay.
A humanoid
I think I
person with
understand
blue
what's going on.
skin. If Dilwyn could hear this
Larger, a humanoid, but larger.
Still?
Dilwyn is essentially just like a tall person.
Concerns the
It's
voices.
bigger than that.
It's a large creature, I would assume.
Yes.
In any case, this is interesting, and it might pertain to our quest, so... Matthews is gonna ask the man, so there's a trial going on then?
Yes.
Where would that be? Is this part of it, or is this merely preparation?
He points at the courthouse, in fact.
Points us towards the courthouse then.
Yep.
Alright.
So, let me just... That's where you guys currently are.
Whoa,
Oh, cool, it's
like a
unlabeled,
city.
so you can point out locations to us without us all knowing it or using fog
Yep.
of war. So
Yep.
where be the courthouse? Oh, there it
Right
is.
there.
Alright, well, assuming everyone follows him, Matthias is gonna go into the courthouse and investigate. Yay.
Eoworth walks away from the party.
Oh lord, it begins.
Oh, it begins.
Okay, but can I just say we're walking up to a courtroom, right? That's what we're doing.
Courthouse, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Does Eoworth want to roll stealth?
Can
Sure.
Can I just say?
Okay.
Does he?
Roll it secretly to me.
Yeah,
Just, I think, roll G/GM roll.
Let me.
I think it's actually just /GM. Let me
No,
look at
it's
the
slash
thing.
GM roll instead of just roll.
Oh, okay.
I rolled your perception, Zinch.
Oh, you rolled all of our perception?
Should we roll perception?
No.
Or are you gonna roll it so that we don't know what he gets for stealth?
Okay. Matthias, Dilwyn, and Zinch notice him walking away.
If Dilwyn notices,
Oh,
then you
okay.
fucked up.
Obviously, I'm going to use stealth to try and follow him, because this is weird.
Matthias is preoccupied, and it's kind of rude to stick my nose in his business, especially since we're in a city where he could be doing a number of things.
Dilwyn assumes the fact that he's got to this city, therefore that's as far as he needed to accompany, and would rather stay with the paladin.
Alright, that works.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
So, do we
Go to the
do I
courthouse.
have to do a secret GM roll, stealth?
Yep.
So that's /GM roll and then my stealth thing.
Yep.
It's just /GM roll, then your thing, I believe.
It's just GM roll instead of a normal roll.
That's
He notices you.
good. Now we get to have a little bit of a dialogue.
So, what do?
Oh wait, no, he doesn't notice you.
Oh, cool.
I read. I was scrolled up for some reason. Yeah, he doesn't notice you.
Awesome, I'm tailing him.
Yep.
Alright, well, who wants to do their thing first? Is it gonna be us first, Hacchi, or is it gonna be the tail?
We'll do the tail first.
Okay, cool.
So, where's the university at?
You have directions to the university, so you're easily able to find it.
Alright.
Oh, it's masked in illusion for the rest of us.
So you make your way over to the university, and I assume, yeah, it's quite easy to find, and yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll be,
You're looking for a. Hang on, let me.
Oh, quick question. Everyone other than the people who spoke up, you're following us, right? Like me and
Yeah.
Dylan.
You're following the Armaday Dream Team, right?
Yee.
Oh yeah.
Bird really wanted to see the beast, so he's going to the courthouse, of course.
I don't know how to message. How do you PM cool
I
name?
think it's /M.
oh, /W, the name.
Oh, yeah,
message.
whisper. Yeah.
So is there a space between the W and the name?
Yee.
Yeah. /W space name space message.
Yeah, and if you start typing, it'll bring out a name. You have to use their username, not their character name.
Okay. Done. So yeah. Cool name? Did you get the message?
Yeah.
Although, also, just assume that I am in tail mode until I speak up.
Yeah. So what do you do, cool name? You're at the university.
Alright, walk in.
Into which building? The administrative building, I assume?
Is this the
Yeah,
scale?
administration.
This is scaled. This is scaled.
Yeah, son.
Okay. And what do you do?
Give me a second.
Would I be able to hear his conversation?
It's diplomacy to gather information.
Or do I need to roll perception to hear what to eavesdrop on him and
I
whatnot?
assume. I think that's how it works. Is that how it works, Hacchi?
What?
Eavesdropping, perception, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk into the administration. Do I have the what's his face's will?
The what?
The will?
Oh yeah, you have the will.
Okay. So I'll talk to who's working reception.
In fact, just to keep this separate from the rest of the party, I'm gonna take Cool Name and Hatter into Vine Jet Emerald.
You can go and you can make a
Cool.
super secret room as
Oh,
a temporary room underneath this one.
Okay.
Just right click add.
Secrets.
Well, it begins then, I suppose. In the meantime,
Yep.
we could sit here and do nothing. Hey,
Yeah, we could draw skeletons, it'll be great.
I need to get my tablet working again. I have to use my trackpad.
I need to do things anyway.
Wow, that's a weak skeleton head.
Funny thing is, like, if I wanted to, I could eavesdrop on Hacchi through the door.
Don't do it.
No, I don't like the metagame. So every little block here is 90 feet, I assume. Man. See, that rum was strong, but, like... I had, like, a glass of it, and I'm fine.
A glass of it? How big a glass?
Just, like, half of a little mug.
That's still a lot of rum.
Yeah, I'm fine, though. Like I said, I'm not a lightweight. It's as if I drunk a little glass of wine. Like a full, wine glass.
Wow, I completely
I'm
messed up that
cool.
line.
Please. I'm not a lightweight. My brother's a lightweight, though.
I'm a lightweight.
He could drink, like, let's say 4 beers, and then he's drunk. And, like, 6, and he's gone. And this is, like, cheap beer.
I'm just out very easily, as you know.
Oh, we saw it. We saw the check.
Oh, if it continues, they can't stop the skeletons as well.
He's
It's my favorite
eavesdropping. Can't stop the skeleton.
thing. I'm gonna get kicked from this. I know I'm gonna get kicked from this. Oh lord.
Punished snack, a fallen pope. God damn it. The fucking Mountain Dew. Hey, want some Mountain Dew?
No.
You want some Mountain Dew?
No, I don't. There's the Loch Ness monster over there.
You should watch this video.
It's only the Nuss Munter though, so you don't have to worry about it.
It's right, I made a fancy skeleton. He's quite dapper. Well, this is the point where we have nothing to do.
Apparently the dog really doesn't like Mountain Dew.
You want some Mountain Dew? This guy does a lot of weeb videos, though. Like, one of his most notable web series is Should You Watch? And they kept pestering him to do Should You Watch Boku no Pico?
Oh god.
And
Did he hear it?
the video had nothing to do with it. It was just him like it was just him like regretting all the decisions in his life, with like words, the sound of Boku no Pico in the background.
Oh god, please no.
It was great.
I've gotten pretty good at drawing shitty skeletons, I have to say. Not to toot my own horn or anything.
Skeleton gonna rob yours. He wants that monocle.
I say. Oh.
Can you erase anything?
No, my Loch Ness Munter. He deleted it.
What's that raise your dong as emoticon? Frank, can you do me a favour?
Dog does not like Mountain Dew.
Frank,
What up?
get me the raise your dong as emoticon.
Raise your dongers? I got this.
I need this because of reasons.
Oh, it looks shitty on the Mac. Yeah, here it is. Looks shitty on the Mac.
Matthias raises his dong.
By raise, I mean praise.
Skeletons alright.
Skeletons are right.
Welcome to the mature stream.
It looks awful on the Mac. It looks absolutely terrible on a Mac.
Yeah, that was the problem I always had when I had a Mac. It was just like, when I was using these faces, like, oh. I just know Hacchi's looking at this shit going, God damn it, Ellen, please stop. Ellen, please. And I'll never stop. The skeletons must continue. Hang on, I need an Ascali skeleton. Do you want to know how many dropped frames I have for this entire stream so far? None. Not a single dropped frame. Admittedly, this isn't a very intensive thing, but even so.
But how do you post? What was it? It was control something?
Nerds!
Skeleton alright.
What up?
Skeleton's
Secret.
alright.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
Oh.
Things happened. Okay, are we gonna do our...
They
our
made
thing
out.
now?
That's what happened.
Yeah,
They made out in the corner.
I meet up with the rest of the party at the courthouse.
Well,
I have to use the bathroom.
there's a lot of
Kiss
things
so
that happen.
No.
I would assume that
No.
we're
It
doing
was
things
French
before
baking.
then.
No.
Carrion's Nightmares, Cloud.wmv.
That elf stuck his tongue so far down the bird. This is honking.
Honk.
What was the thing? What was the thing to
Honk.
paste? It was like control something.
Control V. Honk.
Ooh.
The bird and the elf are Frenching it.
No. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
Squeaks, squeaks, squeaks.
You shouldn't have told anyone that you were afraid of
all of
clowns.
you so much right now for this.
I'm a secret clown.
You shouldn't have told anyone that you were afraid of clowns. Especially not when we were playing SS-13. Mind you, I'm a good clown. I don't hurt anyone, unless I'm a traitor. Then they never find your body. Parapen someone, take away their headset, buckle them to a chair, drag them off.
Okay, so what are we doing now?
Well, we're gonna do the whole courthouse thing while they were busy making out.
So,
Yeah.
Can I meet up with Matthias?
Well, once everything's done, because these are simultaneous actions
You
occurring.
took away my ability to draw. You took
Did
away
you
my
literally
ability
take
to
away the
draw.
ability to draw? That's
Alright,
great.
can I locate Matthias?
No, I didn't.
Okay, because
Stop
wasn't working.
scribbling, please.
Look at the logo.
Well, Matthias would be in the courthouse at this point.
Yeah, we're in the courthouse and we're checking out what's going on. So what's going on? Oh, the blackness.
Actually, I was
Fog
going to
of
post
war.
something terrible, but I'm not going to.
It's over to the right. You guys should have sight.
What's Lower still doing here?
Hey, what's Iworth doing here? And what's Zinch doing here? They don't have teleportation abilities. Let me reset my
where
own
is he?
hands.
Yeah, you guys don't see what's going on.
Alright,
Okay.
well, are the doors locked?
Let me get the description up for this.
We're gonna try to open the doors.
A large, squat building dominated by an enormous clock overlooks the town square. A huge figure of wood, roughly man-shaped, stands in the square in front of the building. Oh, we already knew that.
Dick here. Someone drew someone with a blue pen. I wonder who that could be.
But, yeah. Walls of what appear to be reinforced masonry. It's 3 stories high. All the windows are very narrow, only about a foot wide. And it has a very heavy-looking wooden door at the front.
Gonna try to open the door.
Hang on.
Red again. Fuck.
There's a sliver here. You fucked up on the vision. There's a little sliver of vision right here.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I can't see anything anyway.
What the hell?
Spooks. You've been spooked by the spooky skeleton. Send this to 7 people, please.
I'm sorry, I had to.
It's over. Why was it red? That's Dem's color. Did you change your color, Akari, to try to frame someone?
No, I was changing it because it stood out.
Beneath, so currently you are standing under ornate pillars support a balcony 15 feet above. Beneath this balcony, wide steps lead up to a huge iron-bound wooden door.
Okay.
And there are printed public notices posted on a wooden board next to the door, and they detail the upcoming trial in long-winded legal language.
Well, I don't have linguistics, so I can't decipher legalese. Actually, I do. Is there anything that we can decipher from these things? Just straight up.
Basically, nothing that you haven't already heard.
Just beast. There is a beast.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing the pronoun game, by the way, entire town. Why are you drawing dicks? Please stop drawing dicks.
I'm not drawing that.
Son, are you drawing dicks again?
Someone's
All right,
drawing
well,
Dick
gonna
and
try
Dylan,
to
which is
open the
Hanya.
door. Let's open this door.
It's obvious that it was me.
Let's open the door. Get on the floor. Everyone walks the dinosaur. Is it locked?
Hang on. I just need to check something.
Shit, I forget which area of the world we're in geographically. I have that table that has the joke names for everything. And raise the roof. Please, enough with the dongers. Please. I cannot handle all these dongers.
Oh, wait.
Your mom lets you have 2 dongers?
Cool name. I misread this whole thing.
Oh.
Hey, wait. Oh.
Gotta go back to super secret?
Aw.
Do you gotta correct a thing you've done?
You don't have the money yet. You gave him one of his books. But there is another book left to Judge Embrith Daramid, and you seeked her out.
Oh, well that makes sense. So he can come to the courthouse after we're done dicking about for about the exact
So-
same amount of time that they've been
So
gone.
I should take that
Yeah.
platinum out?
No, we'll just leave it there. But yeah.
Epileptic didgeridoo.
Let's say you meet her at the courthouse. We'll go with that.
Later.
Now. He's
Now.
headed towards the courthouse. He comes to the courthouse, he meets up with you because you guys can't get into the courthouse. You've been barred entry.
Oh, okay. So the door is locked.
He presents the will guard.
Oh, there's a guard.
To the guard in front of the door. And he is allowed entry.
Alright, well, what? Stop with the dongers!
Enough with the dongers.
The bottom ones aren't mine.
Did you say not enough dongers?
Alright, well, we're gonna piggyback off of Iworth there and head in with him.
Still can't see.
It's line of sight.
You should see now. It's on
Right,
like
there
the
we go.
upper rightish area.
You should fix your health there, Iworth.
Alright. What's the max? 15? 16?
16 right now. I got it.
I already got it.
But enough with the drawings.
I'm
And
not
enough with the
drawing
dongers.
anything. I'm not drawing anything.
Damn it, I wanted to surprise everyone.
Regardless, so yeah, you all enter.
Iworth's gonna be
And,
taking the lead here since he's the one who's allowed in.
Yeah. So, what do the doors look like? Are they the white things?
Yeah, I would assume.
She takes you in into... Where does she take you? She takes you upstairs. I'll have to clear a path of doors.
Could just drag us there.
Yeah.
Since we're following for the most part. Unless you're gonna let us go into the main room and see what's going on.
Oh, that's a tiny room.
That is a tiny room.
Is that bird rotated?
Yeah,
Somehow?
the bird rotated.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah.
you're... Let's just say you're all in the room.
Um,
And you're all in there. You don't all take up an entire 5-foot square. Come on.
Yeah, we're like this. It'd be great.
So she, Judge Embrith Daramid is, she's an old-looking woman. Here's a picture.
Gee, Mom.
And,
Oh man, that
make a knowledge local check, Ioworth. Whoever has knowledge
Yeah, I
local.
don't have
I got
Okay.
this, don't worry, I got this.
I got it.
Matthews is on the case. Don't worry. God damn it! When I say I got
Okay,
it,
but doesn't
I
know
got
anything. Neither does Matthias.
it.
Neither does Zinch. Okay.
Okay, we don't know shit.
Regardless, you know she's very clearly the judge of this area, and that Ioworth has some kind of connection to her.
Actually, hang on a second. I have nobility knowledge. Would that work with her? I don't think it would it? No, never mind.
So she, says to Ioworth, so I hear Petros Lorimor has passed away. Am I right?
You're correct.
And presumably you are here to bring me something that he has willed to me?
That's yes, but
Yeah.
the books are still in my backpack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I take the books out of my backpack and present them to her.
Yeah. Well, a book.
A.
The rest of them were for the university.
Yeah.
So she takes the book, and she hands you a bag with 100 platinum in it, which you have.
Another.
And she's like, so, Lorimor is dead. That's very unfortunate, but I do have a lot of business to attend to. In fact, I was hoping you might be able to help me.
Oh, time to perk
You
up.
see-
The paladin's on the case.
I believe the rest of the party are not on the search for anything. I believe we can help you.
Actually, did he say that out loud?
Yeah, because it says, if the PCs have already delivered the other tomes to Dr. Crow at the university, she gives you the 100 platinum.
Well, did Iworth say that in character?
Say what?
The whole fucking... If everyone else isn't searching for something, did he say that in character? Yes or no? I'm talking
Sure.
to Elaine.
Yeah, talking to Sean. Sean,
Did
did
you say that in character,
Yes.
Coolin?
Yeah.
Uh,
I said
well,
that to
Matthews is gonna speak up and say that we are on a search for a horn that is related to the reason that we've come here, or have ended up here, rather.
I don't know if I could necessarily help you with the horn, but perhaps this might give you a lead to what you're looking for. In fact, what I really am hoping is, I believe there is a cancer in Lepidstadt, a darkness lurking behind the shadow of a scapegoat. For many years, the people of Lepidstadt have laid all their ills at the door of a creature known as the Beast of Lepidstadt. Murders, thefts, and terror have all been attributed to the Beast. But I know most of these are exaggerations, and many are simply untrue. And I also know that some people have different stories to tell about the creature, about its kindness and humanity, of how it has rescued loved ones.
Shit. Could you repeat that? Kindness and...
I also know that some people have heard different stories to tell about their creature, but its kindness and humanity, of how it has rescued loved ones or helped those in distress. Now that the time has arrived for such kindness to be repaid, however, no one dares to step forward and challenge the beast's reputation. As a judge, I have a keen sense of justice, and I want to see this beast receives a fair trial, but I know that is not going to happen. So, what I need you to do... and I have some concerns about the particular crime for which it was finally apprehended. The break-in and theft at Lepidstadt University. This capture, I don't believe that it was all it would appear to be. So why would such a creature this intelligent knowingly enter the university where it was certain to be trapped? However, to publicly announce my suspicions would put me at great risk, which is why I need someone who is an outsider, somebody who doesn't have a personal connection to what is transpired here with the beast. And I am, of course, only one of the 3 justices presiding over the trial. And I cannot defend him alone. So what I need is you people, without this local bias, to uncover the real truth about the beast and its alleged crimes. Its legally appointed Gustav Koplik is hopelessly over his head. His legally appointed advocate, a barrister named Gustav Koplik, is hopelessly over his head and needs help. Ideally, someone to gather evidence about the beast's alleged crimes and stand up in court to be questioned by the prosecution. Such speakers must have bravery and spades and silver tongues to match to ensure that if there is more to the beast's story, justice will be done. If the beast is indeed guilty, then I can rest a little easier, at least knowing it got a fair trial.
Oh, so what they're saying is that he needs a cute forensic scientist to give him a tutorial through the game for the new players to become acclimated to it. That joke went too far.
It went too far. And quite frankly, I know nobody's gonna do this for free. I'll give you all 100 platinum pieces each.
Deal.
If you'll do this for me.
He would have gone for just information, but I mean, and the others aren't going to do jack shit if they don't get paid. So
Dylan won.
man, this is
Actually-
about justice. This is about justice.
Actually, Bird would have.
And if anyone presses me, guys, if anybody asks me any questions about who's been poking around, trying to learn things about the beast, I will deny any involvement, so be discreet.
Kate, time to kick down the nearest door.
Dylan at the discreet thing just looks around and goes, "Oh
Do try to stand
dear."
out.
Of races here. There's nowhere.
When I say what?
The
You
only
don't think
people
I'm
who are
discreet?
discreet here is fucking Matthias, because there are paladins fucking everywhere all the time, sticking their noses into everything. Maybe Dilwyn, maybe, but the rest of them are just fucking. They stick out like a sore
Zinch is a rogue. He's stealthy as fuck.
Yeah, but he sticks out like a sore thumb.
But he also is the wall. He is the wall.
The only other person who doesn't stick out is Loresius, because he's a sorcerer and he's a human.
Yeah, but again, Zinch is the wall.
Yeah, he is the wall. Sticks out like a massive fucking beak. You know, you could wear a plague doctor mask that covers his fucking beak. And he pulls it up, and it's just another beak. Or like your ears.
Yeah. Oh, Eorith's ears, them half elf.
I get the half-elf could, but again, well, half-elves are pretty common, but people hate them.
Yep.
They also hate elves. Strangely, nobody really hates dwarves besides elves.
Yep. And me.
And you, because you're an elf.
You are no elf, I know, sir.
I'm an
as a
albino.
Welsh- As a Welsh
I'm an
person,
albino.
you're no
I'm an albino elf.
No, you're bullshit.
Elf.
You want to be
Full
a
of
special
shit.
snowflake. You got the ear surgery and everything.
Yeah, I'm a Shadowrun elf wannabe.
Shadowrun elf wannabe.
Dude that actually got the surgery.
That is a thing in Shadowrun. You can have a negative trait called wannabe, which you want and have actively attempted to disguise yourself as one of the other races, either troll, dwarf, or elf.
That's beautiful.
And
I'm a fucking troll trying
if
to be
if
a
if
wannabe.
if anyone sees through your disguise, you take, I think it was a minus 10 on negotiate.
Minus 10 on
There
negotiation.
is actual ear surgery that people do get, though, if there is.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
It's terrible, in my opinion.
It's horrifying.
They literally cut a chunk out of your ear and then sew it up to make it pointed. And then you live the rest of your life with that. Why not just get a latex slip-on?
Well,
In any case,
technically, they don't remove a piece in the
what was that
surgery
about
that I
pressing
saw.
her? What was
They
that? Was
actually
that-
just kind of formed it, stitched it, and then
She
used
said
the
that she
excess
was
to
not-
to form a little point.
Can we move on? So she said that she'll deny all involvement and she needs something to be discreet. Dilwyn gave a bit of a look around inside. Well, unless Iworth's going to speak up, Matthias is going to agree. He would like to see justice. He'd like to see a fair trial and justice served.
Well, good. Now, what I suggest you do is try and find some of those people who have heard or have stories to tell about its kindness, and as well investigate its alleged crimes. There have been a few. There was in Hergstug, allegedly he killed several children. In Morast, killed several swampers, and apparently killed or burned down the Dr. Brada's hospice.
Well, Matthias is going to ask Besides the usual places, where would be a good place to start?
Yeah.
Like looking for people who have heard of its kindness is more specifically what he was getting at.
It's mostly just hearsay I have to go on regarding its kindness, so you'd have to ask around.
Ah.
Can I have the list of the places again?
I'll just copy
I'll
it.
be back.
Right.
Need to take a bathroom break.
And Burb,
wondering
I would
if
like Burb to speak up.
Oh, okay, Bob looks.
Burb, would I like to ask where the beast is right now?
Well,
And
if
can we
they
interview
have it captured, it's being put on trial.
Well, I mean, can we interview it as in? That's the what meaning?
Cross-examination.
Cross-examine.
Do
Oh
I need to-
yes, there's also
I do realise
Well,
now
first-
that Hacchi, this is the time for the Phoenix White music, isn't it? This segment.
Oh,
please.
firstly, I think you should probably meet with the barrister in the defense chamber.
Matthias is going to ask for directions because he doesn't.
It's the room directly next to this one.
Oh, okay.
We should pause until Sean gets back. And also, I'm wondering if this. I mean, I know that we've done an awful lot today anyway about him, but I'm wondering if we should pause here for Dayton's return.
Yep, sounds good.
I know that means that we are calling this short, and I'm sorry for that, but I'm just saying we don't want to completely leave him in the dark. We've already got a hell of a recap to give the guy.
Yep.
If
I know
everyone's okay
exactly
with that.
where I'm going when this next session starts, and it's none of those places that they listed off. I'm going back to the academy to talk to what's his face.
Oh God.
Dr. Crowell?
Oh yeah.
Why?
He mentioned something that piqued my interest.
Oh, the statue?
Mm-hmm.
It's not valuable.
It's not valuable, but it's obviously important.
Hmm?
Because why else would the beast be coming after it?
All right. Are we calling?
Man,
Are we calling it?
Build it. Now I'm gonna metagame. Thanks.
Can I just say? Are we calling it now then?
Unless Dayton shows up.
Yeah, he's not gonna.
At this point, I don't think he's going to. I think he probably has a hell of a lot to deal with. All right.
Yep.
Well, thanks to everyone who stuck around. And we'll end here. Bye.